Mute. Nice. Cool. Hello and welcome back to Dukes on Twitch. Back today with a co-host, Mr. Lee. Welcome.
Hey Dukes, how you going?
Good, thank you. Thank you for coming online and playing some Cloudpost with me. So obviously this is a deck that revolves around Cloudpost and its ability to create more than just one mana. What sort of decks have you played with Cloudpost before, and how do they kind of interact?
Yeah, so Cloudpost is a really interesting deck because the deck itself is you're trying to go really big, and it's really awesome. So the type of variants that really exist in Cloudpost, probably three variants that exist, is either the colorless Cloudpost where it's trying to prison the opponent, or the type of Cloudpost where you're trying to ramp and go as fast as you can with mono green and like prime times or land fetching sort of spells. And then the third one that is really, really cool is just Eldrazi, because Eldrazi are all colorless. So you're able to just like power out the big creatures really fast. And some of the Eldrazi, they're all really, really like cast trigger based. So they really punish control decks.
Yeah, really nice as well, being them all legendary. There have been a few times on Maverick where I've had an answer to Ulamog, but my opponent's had Karakas up, and I just know that, if I'm going to try to Swords to Plowshares it, then I'm probably going to deal with Ulamog the following turn as well. Do you know the math behind how early you can get an Emrakul into play?
Uh, I mean, okay, so the sequence with Cloudpost is that you generally have 0 mana turn 1, and then if you go another Cloudpost, it's 2, and then another Cloudpost, it goes into 6 or 9? Wait, 3 times 3. 3 times 3 is 9, and then another one is like 14. But yeah, really, I don't know. Maybe like turn 4 or turn 5. It depends on the sequencing as well, because Glimmer Post is probably secretly one of the strongest cards in the whole deck, because it gains you life and then also comes in untapped. So that's really important.
Yeah, that's very true. What do you think this deck will have a hard time against? Obviously, the sideboard looks like it's ready for combo any sort of cards like Back to Basics or Blood Moon, and then also carpets for decks like Delver.
Yeah, so carpet is for any of the blue decks, and the control decks sort of helps. I mean, you don't need carpets against the blue decks, but it just helps for you to go bigger and faster, and they don't normally have many plays turn 1, all right, unless they want to be countering your carpet turn 1. But Show and Tell is really, really rough, just because they just normally do their thing, they have counter backup. So your reliance on Show and Tell is trying to either let them dawdle around, you can, if they're playing blue-red, sneak and show, then you can needle their sneak attacks. But generally, Show and Tell has just been a really rough matchup for us.
Yeah, especially with the Omnitel lines and Cunning Wish. It seems like we have Karakas if they put in a creature, but if they put in Omniscience and then have a Cunning Wish, it's going to be pretty rough. I guess you can force the Omniscience in response to the Cunning Wish, but otherwise there's not too much to do.
That is... I mean, Mind Break Trap helps a little bit because, Mind Break, you have 4 Mind Breaks in the sideboard literally just for combo decks, right? Your Storm is not the hardest because you have Mind Breaks and you have other ways to sort of like mess up their lines, right? You can get life and play around that, but there's other things you can do against Storm. You have Surgicals to help against graveyards and stuff. But yeah, Show and Tell, sometimes you can do Mind Break, but Force of Vigor is a somewhat an answer, but sometimes, they put Omniscience in, you try to force it, and they just go off with something else, right?
Exactly, yeah. That's a tough one. Glacial Chasm's pretty interesting because it's going to buy you a lot of time. I can see decks like... I was playing Depths, and I used an early, I think, Ghost Quarter or Wasteland on their Karakas and Maze, and just didn't have an answer for Glacial Chasm, and that was pretty tough to deal with, especially once you get online, the sort of combo with Thespian Stage copying it. You then let Glacial Chasm go to the bin, you then can get it back through like Ramanap. Glacial Chasm is pretty nice, especially against decks like Hogak, where you do want to buy some time in the early game.
Yeah, definitely. And also, yeah, like you said, burn a reback, being able to buy it back or run an app is really important. Fetching it off prime time, fetching it with exhibition map is really important. And also getting it off, like, we play 4 Once Upon a Times. I'm not sure if your Maverick decks that you play generally have 4 Once Upon a Times, but this deck really, really takes advantage of Once Upon a Time because we basically have creatures or lands.
Yeah, which is really nice. You got sort of both sides of the puzzle. I guess a little bit like Depths, where you can find both Thespian Stage Dark Depths or find something like Hexmage, which is really nice. But Yeah, it's a pretty nice story if you're once upon a timing for an Emrakul or an Ulamog and being able to cast it.
Yep. And
Um,
the deck makes opponents really tippy toe around. Are you going to depth me, or are you just going to like keep progressing with your plan? So that's what makes the deck so versatile.
yeah, definitely. And then also having the backstage combo of Dark Depths and Thespian Stage is really nice.
Yep, definitely.
Anything else, or do you want to get straight into a league?
I mean, we can jump straight into it. The deck is primed out as it is. I mean, the interesting line here that we have here is we have a single Misty. You're probably wondering like, why is there randomly a single Misty here? Why can't it be a forest? But the reason being is that we've just like had the same land base forever. Is that single Misty somehow helps the Elvish Reclaimer gets bigger and sort
Yeah.
of shuffle around the deck as well.
Yeah, very true. Very nice. Cool. Okay, well, thanks for being here. Let's get into a league and see how this goes. Because
Do it.
seems pretty strong. What do you think the game is like against Snow?
That's a pushover. we
Okay.
play the deck because it destroys control decks.
Yep.
Like
Okay.
they have lots of trouble against the deck.
Nice. Yeah, I can see maybe like back to basics out of the board or something a little bit fringe that can really hurt Cloudpost, but otherwise they don't have great answers to obviously the mana base.
I mean, if they're playing a back to basics turn 3, we can play intelligently enough to get a bunch of basics, and also if we have an online reclaimer, then it's also good as well. We just turn our tapped lands into basics.
Yeah, very true. This definitely looks like one of the fairer hands of the deck.
Yeah. Okay, what do you think of this before I tell you my advice?
I would say this is at least a mulligan to 6 because of these two big creatures. But we do have something like turn 1 Reclaimer, turn 2 Hold Up Reclaimer to start getting some Cloudposts online.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's a mull, just because prime time. Like we have 4 Green Suns as well. We can fetch that later on. But yeah, Kozilek is not that helpful in my hand if we don't have a bunch of posts. So go ahead and mull this.
Nice. Nice. Double Cloudpost. No real payoff, but the Expedition map at least can get something like Ayavugan, which is nice.
Yeah, and we have a lot of cloud posts, so we have a bit of insurance against some other things. I mean, I don't mind this hand since it's just the first mulligan here. You could potentially shift down the Glacial Chasm because Glacial Chasm is fine to fetch, but
Exactly.
yeah.
And at least the cavern can be our green source, so something like Elvish Reclaimer or Ramanap if we draw it naturally. So
Yeah, go ahead and keep this. Ship the Glacial Chasm. It's risky because like they could be like goblins and go really fast, but yeah, we have the needle.
Flooded Strand. Okay, probably the ideal fetch I want to play against.
Pretty
Outside of
pretty
it being
much.
like a blue-white show and tell. And
Yeah, so it smells like either like storm or something.
yes, they put 2 straight to the bottom without knowing what we're on. So I feel like they have their own plan for game 1, like a show and tell deck, and are just trying to hit it.
Okay, let's go ahead and once upon a time. See what we spin. Spin
Is
the
there
wheel.
is there a better land to find than Cloudpost? Just because if we keep the once, we can just keep it until we actually want to find something.
We could hit an Elvish Reclaimer.
Okay, yeah, and cast that with the Cavernous Souls.
Because getting Elvish Reclaimer online really fast is really important.
Yeah, nice, and we do.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Yeah. I don't mind. Normally, you want to be playing Cavern on Giant, right?
Yeah,
But I think if we're versing something like a combo deck, I don't mind getting the Reclaimer online because
Yeah.
it will just progress us faster. Yep.
nice. I don't think it matters here, but I'm just gonna name the elf. I don't believe there is another
Of course,
warrior
of course.
in the deck.
Well, you have to. There's no choice, right?
Yeah, that's very true.
And the reason I'm trying to do this is because they could whiff and just dirtle with a bunch of cantrips for a while, and at least you have something in play to do something, right? Oh, it's Delver.
Interesting.
Okay. So this could be the rug pokey pile, like how they're playing Starfalls and stuff. But like, I'm also worried about if they're playing Delver, they're probably playing Wasteland, which these card posts in your hand look pretty dumb, right?
Yeah. Interestingly enough,
Uh,
as well, my opponent has missed their second land drop.
That's a good point.
So obviously the
you could
preordain was looking for
potentially-
a second land.
It's up to you. What do you think? Do you think we attack? You know, they're obviously never going to block, and then we go Cavern, Pinting Needle, Cloudpost.
Yeah, just naming
Or,
Wasteland.
yep.
Yeah, I guess the only question is, do you believe my opponent's playing Daze? And is there a world where we play the Glimmer Post just in case?
I mean, that's a good point. We could do that because we could go Needle and Map and then
Yeah.
pass.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I guess. Or we could just leave the Reclaimer up as well in case they don't flip and try to attack. But, you know, I doubt they'll ever block. I think that doesn't make sense. Okay, let's go ahead and... I think we Needle first.
Yeah, I guess with your role of holding up Reclaimer means we could also turn this Glimmer Post into a Cloud Post in the end step, but that still doesn't keep it safe from Wasteland, so...
I doubt they will daze a... Okay. Oh, wow, very aggressive.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. So if they're forcing that, it means that they probably have a Wasteland in their hand. This is why I was thinking about playing it first, right? Because we haven't given away what we are playing yet before you play the Glimmer Post, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, that's very true.
That's good. That's all cool. All right, so they didn't flip, which is a good sign.
There's
Yeah,
the
see, they
Wasteland.
have Wasteland. That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, it's
They
actually not
wasted-
too bad here. I do like how the Reclaimer kind of forces them to use the Wasteland on their turn so that we can't just sack it to the Reclaimer. And it's obviously not hitting a Cloud Post, which is nice. So I think it's here just Cloud Post, attack and pass.
Yep, I agree.
Interesting. So I think it is Pokepile because it's playing basics. It's playing Oko, which we saw, and also Wasteland. So
Yeah, with them forcing, see what they pitched, but I think they pitched Snowko, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they hymned them. You hymned them for a single for a single needle, was it?
yeah, exactly. Which isn't too bad.
Okay.
Another Reclaim is actually quite nice. It means we can play Cloud Post, hold up Expedition Map, and cast the Reclaimer.
Yep. Go ahead and jam it. Now, here's the interesting thing, right? You play the Reclaimer, right? Which is fine. It's probably going to resolve it. Yep. Now, we could either Vesuva naming... you could Vesuva copy Cavern, right? And naming Giant.
Yep.
And then we can rotate the other Cavern into like a forest or something. To make the Primeval Titan uncounterable. Or we could just go really big with our Cloudpost. What do you think?
So we currently have what is probably a 5-turn clock, if I take consideration of like one bolt.
Well, I was going to say, if you resolve a prime time against Delver, they lose. Like, they just can't beat it.
Yeah, especially something like getting even a Glimmer Post would be really nice to gain the extra 3 life.
But the other line here is you copy Cloudpost, and then you can use map later on.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think using the map is pretty nice.
Yeah, but having uncounterable prime time kind of nice as well. But we're not. But you could also play around Wasteland if you want. So. Okay, let's be conservative. Let's go ahead and just play the Cloudpost and then pass.
Yep.
Yeah. We have two. You know, we have the map to crack if they want to Wasteland us. We also have Elvish Flame later on.
What are you wanting to get with this map?
I'm just thinking, because there's only one. There should be only one Cavern in the deck. They're probably going to Oko. Let's see what they do. Dreadhorde, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead and crack the map. See what we got. We do have a bog, but I don't think that's worth it.
Yeah.
We also can get a maze if we want to.
The forest is also interesting. So we currently have 4/5 mana, 6 with the forest.
Yeah, but we can't cast the giant because
No.
Cavern doesn't make green.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't mind. Let's get a forest in case we're gonna potentially draw some more green stuff now.
Yeah. Glimmer Post is also interesting because it does gain us life. Oh, crop.
Oh, this is good. So, go ahead and play the... Okay. we can chill here. We can play the play the server, copy your cavern.
Okay. Naming giant.
Yep.
And then the nice thing that we have online is that the Reclaimer can become a 3/4 next turn, so it can kill the Dreadhorde if it does attack. Which I think we're at a case where we just want to get rid of the other cavern and just get another forest.
Yep, that's what I'm thinking.
There's also some consideration for Maverick, because next turn, if there's no Wasteland, we'll have access to 4 in the Cloudpost, and then the cavern and forest cast the prime time, so then we'll have kind of a land left.
Yep. It also means they can't wasteland us because we're just going to respond to them, right? I was worried about playing crop rotation because like if you play a forest and then they try to wasteland you, and then you have to try to figure out how to. I think life-wise we're fine. You don't have to worry about them attacking us.
Yep.
They also got a cantrip, yeah. And they've got 2 cards left because we hymned them with the needle, right?
Yeah, exactly. So it'll be interesting to see what this Preordain does.
Yeah, interesting they didn't try to chain lightning the Reclaimer. Because you have one. How many lands? You have 1 land there, right?
Yes, just the one.
Yeah. So Reclaimer won't be online yet.
1 top, 1 bottom. There's definitely no need. There's definitely no way that we just don't block the Dreadhorde here to save a life.
Yeah, go ahead.
Don't have to worry about like shock.
No. I mean, if they're going to bolt it, they were going to bolt it, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, for some reason I thought we had 2 lanes in the graveyard, but obviously we don't.
Yeah, there was a line where I thought about like playing the forest so you could have crop and Elvish Reclaimer, but it's okay.
They chose to shuffle, which is interesting.
Alright, if they're going to end step, this is great, because we just forest Primeval Titan.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yep, rotate that.
I guess we get maze, because 2, 4, 5, 6 is the forest here, and then we have enough for prime time, and also we can get maze to shut off the insectile for a while.
Sure, mate. Careful stifle, but yeah. But yeah, we still have it anyway, but yeah.
Yeah, feeling pretty good against this about this game. What would you want to get off the prime time if it doesn't get stifled?
Yeah, they still have to deal with the prime time itself. We can grab, if we want to go real big, we grab Eye and Cloudpost. But we're on 11 as well. There's potential we can get a Eye and Glimmer Post.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay, let's do that. Here's a nifty trick you probably know in Maverick yourself. It's up to you if you want to attack. It doesn't really matter. Is that you can attack with prime time and then untap it with Maverick at the end of combat.
Yeah, very cool. I have to make sure that I believe we're stopping. Yeah.
Yep. So I mean, they could potentially just like Oko and Elk your prime time, which you just were fine with because you have so much mana with the Eye of Ugin. You just get Olamong and rip them. Go ahead and maze their Delver.
Yep.
We can block their Dreadhorde and kill it. So they're really. So it seems like after they force a negation and they lost 2 cards, they're digging really deep. Like they're getting desperate. That's why they're attacking with this Dreadhorde, right? Like obviously they want value and they're trying to find something. But after losing the 2 cards of playing the Needle, because we gave away that we played the Glimmer Post, they're like, okay, I need to find something really quick because a resolved prime time means they can't beat that.
Yeah, exactly. They lost the Oko to the force negation as well, so they're obviously trying to dig for 1. They didn't shuffle with the Ponder, so I believe they have found 1. But it's just nice to know that we've kind of dealt with both of their threats.
No, it seems like they're digging. They got what, 2 cards? No, like 3 or 4 cards in their hand. Yeah, they're digging really hard.
Yeah, interesting to keep the Ponder then.
Yeah. So, if this prime time lives, okay, yeah, there you go. Even it get okay, this is fine. So they're gonna Elk this, obviously lose its ability.
But now we can actually
Well, there you go. Let's do some math. So that's 7. All the locals equal 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have Kozilek.
Yeah.
So I think we play Forest. And go ahead and swing in Oroko. No, not yet.
Do you want to crop so that there's an extra land in the bin for Elvish Acclaim to be a 3/4, which actually kills the Oko?
Not yet. We can attack first.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So we got tricks. And, but do the maths part. Think about the maths here. So like, we can go ahead and attack Oko, but like, if we play crop rotation and they counter it, do we have enough mana for Kozilek still?
I believe so, because the eye makes it cost 8.
Yep, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, we should have enough. Yep.
They're gonna block like this.
But yeah, let's go ahead and crop rotation then.
Yeah, do you want to crop away a forest for another cavern? Or is there only...
There's only one cavern, but you can go ahead and crop rotation anyway. There should be only one cavern.
Yeah. That's interesting, because we have 2 here. One for Giant and one for...
Vesuva.
Yeah.
We
copied it. We copied it, of course.
Yeah. So go ahead and crop rotation the forest. Let's see if they counter this. Nope. Maybe if you want, just get a Cloudpost, or you can get a Bog. It's up to you. Do you want to? I think with this Kozilek, we're gonna win. I mean, yes, they're gonna be able to elk it, but what are your thoughts?
Could also get Caracas.
True. Yeah, we could do that. Yeah, let's do that. That's a good point.
Which is pretty nice with the Kozilek.
I like it. Draw 4 cards.
Yeah, crazy. Nice. Okay.
Nice.
We can put in the map.
I also forgot to mention something. We also could have mazed our prime time.
Ah, that's very true. Yeah, that's a great point.
It's all good. It's all good. I think we're at a good spot at the moment. Killing the Delver is kind of nice, even though we have so much insurance at the moment. Killing the Delver is nice. They're gonna try to elk you. Oh no, we just win. See, this is how we win. You just win by playing safe, conservatively, and you overpower the opponent.
Pretty crazy. Really nice as well, just to have a 3/4 in the deck, which means that it obviously can't be hit by Bolt, and the Oko just ticking up on the Kozilek means they have to play a threat to try to enter the Elvish Reclaimer.
Yeah, so I think they misplayed by not using the Dreadhorde to chain lightning the Elvish Reclaimer. All right, yep, those in. I don't know if they're playing like the Young Pyromancer. It just looks like regular Rug Delver with some snow basic. In this matchup, you probably can take out Emrakul.
Okay. What are your thoughts on Crop against a blue deck?
Yeah, but it's kind of tricky. I never take out Crops. It's just so vital.
Yeah, that's fair.
You can take out Rex Sage.
Okay. Is there anything you worry about? I haven't seen like Winter Orb yet in a deck.
Yeah, that's true. I haven't seen Winter Orb in ages, so it's sort of a meta thing. But I just like with Ulamog and Kozilek and Primetime, if you can resolve those, it's fine. The Carpet of Flowers is going to escalate you, but Emrakul is really for the control matchups. Rex Sage is really just a hedge off Green Suns, but you can get better cards off that.
Yeah. I think maybe the only card that I can think of is something like Sylvan Library, where they might just think, I can be pretty aggressive with this and just try to keep my opponent off everything. Because if I am going to force my opponent off a lot of cards, I do want to be gaining those cards back through something like Sylvan Library.
That's true. But if they're going to play a Sylvan Library turn 2 and they want to Dirtle and draw cards, then that's better for us. Because the longer the game goes, the better for us.
Yeah. Cool.
I mean, sometimes in this type of matchup, because they have so many wastelands in the main deck, right? I sometimes take out the depths, like one of the depths, but it's up to you. Like, I guess people play differently as well. And also, Caracas isn't the greatest. Yes, you can loop Ulamog, but I take out a Caracas because we have so many lands already.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yep. And the last card is really a flex. People play it differently, but what do you feel like?
I was going to say one Crop.
Sure, go ahead.
I think it's just sometimes it can be a little bit of a blowout. But...
Well, Crop is the way now that we know they're a wasteland deck. Literally, Crop is there to play around wasteland. So if they wasteland us, you crop in response.
That's fair. Yeah, it definitely gives you some Yeah,
Yep.
I actually like that a lot. But
All right, go ahead.
I think it's just
Swing
pretty
that
good.
Yeah. Good, yep. But yeah, this is our only insurance against Wasteland because Wasteland is the public enemy #1. This is good. This is good.
Yeah. Do you lead on the forest so that turn 2 you can
Yeah.
hold up Cloudpost and crop?
100%. This is
Okay.
all we're doing now.
Cool.
Yep.
I guess it's
Because
a
they're gonna keep mulling to a Wasteland. Like that's their strategy. And they probably got it. Because for them, if they could Wasteland us twice, we go back to the Stone Ages. I feel like they're just regular Rug Delver. What do you think?
because I saw the basic. I feel like they're not.
Okay.
But that's
wait,
the
'cause they
only
don't-
change that I saw. Because usually it's
So
just
traditional-
the traditional
they don't
rug
have that
usually
many
plays
basics, do they?
the 3 and
Yep.
3.
See, that's you can see the Wasteland. They multiple Wasteland, 100%. You're right about the Sylvan Library. They know we're gonna grind, but yeah, that's 100% right, like you said. So here, it's up to you if you want to bait.
I like baiting.
Okay. So we also could have just played Misty and just waited, and that gives us another turn that they won't do anything.
Yep, very true. My only thing that I'm scared of is Stifle, which sometimes sees play in this build.
I guess we don't know for certain. Yeah, you can go as you said. They're being very aggressive with the draws. They're just going to keep paying 8 life.
Wow.
Wow, missed the
Okay.
land drop. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, obviously we will prioritize Carpet Tea if we could find it, but it's okay. I think this double crop is nice. Let's see if they try to wasteland you on your upkeep or something. I don't know, or something.
Yep.
Dreadhorde? Nope, Ponder. Say they're digging. I wonder what they're digging for. Probably a threat.
Yeah, it definitely seems like a threat.
Yeah, so careful here. Yeah, I knew it.
Interesting that they're doing it. Yeah, because I don't think there's anything that you might as well do it in our draw step.
I guess could you float mana and play a spell? Sometimes people bring in Warping Whales in this matchup. They could daze this, but again, it means they're back a land.
Yeah, and they're also back a wasteland, which is nice.
It's fine. It's fine.
And yeah, I just don't mind. Probably just Cloudpost again.
How many cards they got? They got 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's go and play Cloudpost because we have 2 green sources now, so this is fine.
The skill event is pretty scary, Mark. But it's nice that they're already at 10, so although they can use it as an extension of their hand, they can't draw too many more cards. Going down to 6, wow.
My rationale before was that if we played the Misty, then they can't do anything, right? They have to wait, and it seems like they have no threats. It's okay. I mean, they're down to 1 land now, right?
And still looking for a threat. I would have been much more scared if they had a turn 1 Delver into like Sylvan Library into Wasteland.
Yep. Wow. Oh, okay. Let's just say we could have played. I mean, Misty's fine next time because like we can try to get those 3 lanes in our graveyard in case we draw us a. So just remember that. An Elvish Reclaimer. So
Yeah, cool.
3/4.
My only thought was that because we're only drawing 1 card a turn, that we could definitely play the Misty next turn if we do draw the Reclaimer.
True. They got a Dreadhorde. Oh no, Young Pyromancer. All right, so that's good to know for later because we can bring in the Tabby later. Let's go. They got 5 cards. I don't want to play into a daze here, so we could just play Misty Pass.
Yeah.
Or we could play the Once Upon a Time as well. What do you think?
Yeah, I like Misty Pass because if we're not playing the once into a daze, I don't want to play the Elvish Reclaimer that we find into a daze. So at least waiting a turn gives us that opportunity.
Sure. They've also played 1 daze, 1 Force of Will. That's interesting. Cool.
But yeah, I can see where, like, with you said how Tony is a pretty patient player, I could see him going forest, forest, Cloudpost, so you can actually hold up crop rotation through days.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I'd
They
love to
also
see
did
my...
take that life before, so
Yes, very true.
imagine if we had Carpet right now. It'd be like bonkers because we'd be like scaling up so much.
Yeah, Cupboard's a pretty fantastic draw. Clobber in chat also had a... Sorry, Clobster in chat also had a good point that playing the Once Upon a Time on their turn means the Elemental, if they do counter it, has Summoning Sickness. So it's kind of one less
It's
damage.
also plays around Force Negation as well. That's really important.
Yeah. I guess the tough thing about having Cloudposts in the... They're going to force this, wow. They also brought in Submerge. Interesting. It's just more information is really nice.
Yep, yep.
I guess, yeah, having 2 Cloudposts in the bin does make the other Cloudposts weaker, but we do have access to Ramanap to get them back if we really want.
Yep. We can play this Needle here, see if they forget to fetch.
Force Negation.
Wow. It's very aggressive. They probably have an Oko or they're digging for an Oko or something.
I'd love to find Walking Blister. Because if they use this fetch land, they go to 3, which is, okay, pretty close. Which means now they can't... I don't believe the deck plays any life gain other than Oko.
That's true, that's true. So another reason probably why they were dazing and so aggressive with their countering the crop rotation is they might be scared of Tabby. I'm not sure, but Tabby doesn't really do anything that much here.
Even just trying to go wide so they can beat us down before we get to a situation where it matters.
Yep. We still have a Glacial if we want to randomly get that, but yeah.
Another Needle. Ramanap would be a pretty fine draw. They might even just force the Misty here. Or they could keep the Wasteland.
I don't know what they're waiting. Because they're trying to figure out if they should.
Interesting.
I think they're doing the maths, that's why. So we have plenty of basics.
Yeah. The question is, so they currently have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They have a 2-turn clock. Do we have anything that actually gets us out of this? If the Tabernacle's in the board?
Yeah, Tabernacle's in the board. We can, like, Glacial Chasm. But yeah. Just kind of tricky. Just name Oko.
Yeah, I think it is Oko because we don't really care about Wasteland at this point, and also Oko gets them out of us top decking Walking Blister.
I think right now I'm sort of scouting as well because like it's kind of tricky. Like we're trying to figure out what type of cards they have and what they brought in. So Submerge is probably to deal with like the Elvish Reclaimers. I'm wondering if they have Clothis is really important as well because Clothis is something that sort of grinds better than us.
Yeah, definitely. There's Reclaimer.
Okay, so we can block a few things, but probably not actually.
Doesn't do enough.
Yeah. I think this is game.
Definitely worth putting it on my opponent to attack with everything and not hold back the young Pyromancers.
Yeah. That is. Wrap this up.
But yeah, I think from me, I think I could play a little bit more patient in this game, where I could have taken your advice and just gone forest into Cloudpost, so you can do things like play crop around days.
Yep, and also as well, like I kept a hand like this with a lot of big drops because I was hoping to get the obviously our land online. But if we were to mulligan again and try to go for some of our sideboard pieces like carpets or even just having a Reclaimer turn 1 is really important. Is something that we also could have done. So I guess something to consider about as well. I probably could have mulliganed. But yeah, it's all right. We're here to learning lessons, right?
There we go. Tabernacle seems fantastic against the young Pyromancer plan.
I like bringing the crop rotation back in just because we can just be a little bit more patient and stuff.
Yeah.
So when you take out 2 cards, so that if it means that only flying creatures are really just delvers, but if they're playing Okos, it's kind of tricky because like if we're trying to depth them randomly, we have to play around either Stifle, Wasteland, and Oko. So it's kind of like not that great. So
Yeah.
we potentially take out 1 depth. Stages are fine. Let me think.
Yeah, depth is also bad when they have submerge. Ravenous Panda, that's a great point.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, that's a good point. Right now, we're really just trying to grind it out against them. I mean, a flex slot for me is always like taking out 1 multiple at a time because 3 is fine. But like again, this is up to you. Like
Yeah,
that's
that's what I was
totally
looking
my
at. So that's perfect. Nice.
awesome, nice. No, rubbish.
Yeah, especially because like no mana comes in tapped.
Yep.
Pretty rough. Oh
Ooh. No, this is bad. We don't have any green, so
no. Okay.
Yep. No, I don't mind this.
Turn 1 carpet.
Yeah, so we're on the play, so they have to force it. But yeah, I didn't keep this. How many we're putting back 2?
Yep.
Go ahead and I don't know. What do you think is the right decision here? I have my lines, but
I think it's the maze and then either the crop or the green suns. But because crop saves us from wasteland, I'm pretty happy to go with. It's tough as well because green suns is obviously better if the carpet resolves.
Maze is definitely correct. There's also a line here where you just get Cloudpost. I mean, Maze and Cloudpost because we're going to get so much mana of the carpet if it resolves. If it doesn't, and then use 2 cards to counter that, then we have prop rotation anyway.
I like that a lot because carpet acts like a Cloudpost here.
Yep. And I highly doubt they're bringing in like wilts or whatever this type of deck does to deal with enchantments.
So
Cool.
resolving
This
is
is
pretty big.
Pretty big.
Yeah. Have you ever run into carpet against Leovold?
No. I know what it does in paper. You basically they keep drawing cards.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Okay.
Nice. Oh, another carpet. Okay.
We know what to do here. I think we can make a green, play the second carpet. Oh wait, so basically I'm suggesting to get the Elvish Reclaimer, but
yeah,
all right. There's a correct sequencing here, right?
So we can use the carpet to play a carpet,
and
then we have a green open, and then second main we can go for green suns off the second carpet.
Actually, I'll play the carpet, see if this resolves. Yeah, make green, and then just pass.
You don't play the Cloudpost? Yeah, cool. Because then we can hold up the.
I don't think we need a green suns yet.
I mean, 2, 4, 6, so close to just green suns for primetime next turn.
Oh, that's what I'm thinking potentially.
Oh, they flipped a force.
Okay.
I mean, if like Christmas Land is turning this forest into a Cloudpost, so that next turn we definitely have most likely 6 mana. They could play a fetch though.
But they have the force. But they have the force in their hand, right?
That was in their draw step.
Yeah.
But I think it's still worth just going for the crop.
Yep.
Hey, Anzi with a raid of 136. Very cool. I'm assuming you're playing your Days Undoing deck. But very cool raid. Hey man, hope you're well. Thank you. Everyone coming in from Anzi's stream. My name is Zooks on Twitch. I'm here with Mr. Lee, who is another streamer. We are playing some Mono-Green Cloudpost. In game 3 against Rug Delver or Pokepile, we believe it is. So they missed a land drop, which is really interesting.
Alright, so yeah, make them both green and play the needle named Wasteland.
Yeah. We could also go for a Reclaimer here. Even though it's not a 3/4, it does give us...
Oh, yes, that's a good point. That's a good point.
But how good's the Reclaimer without a second land in play?
That's a good point. We're just really relying on the top decks, right?
Yeah.
Do you want to go for Reclaimer first then? See if we can get that online.
Okay.
No, awesome. See if this resolves. See if we get dazed. If it gets dazed, it's gonna be awkward. Nope.
I'm still pretty happy to name Wasteland.
Sure.
They're pretty far off Oko. And although the Elvish Reclaimer does give us some protection from Wasteland, if they have a bolt here, then it's just gone. So.
Yep. I mean, having 2 carpets against Delver, like, because if they want to get to Oko, it means they have to play another island, which means we're gonna have so much mana. It's okay.
Exactly.
That was, you know, that's gonna happen.
Hey Kramer, thanks for the follow. Love Struck Beast, welcome. Duke's on my TV. Haha, hey TV.
So they're probably gonna get an island here.
Yeah, this could be rough.
Oh, they have a mountain.
Interesting. Okay.
Level Post, secretly the best card in the deck. So down to 2 cards. They only have a Lightning Bolt and a Force Wheel, is that right?
I believe they use a bolt on the Reclaimer, so they are getting in for a bit of damage here.
Yeah, they are.
Hey Guff, thanks for the follow, and Love Struck Beast. Let me know where you guys are from. If you play Legacy, what you play in Legacy? Hey John, welcome. Oh.
All the Dreadhorns.
Cavern.
Yeah, kind of rough.
I think because we're just drawing a card a turn, I might as well keep it to see what we draw into.
Yep, that's fine. No point playing it now. We don't know what we're casting.
My opponent also didn't flashback the bolt, which is a heads-up play because it means that if I drew into a Elvish Reclaimer, they could still bolt it on their turn.
Mm-hmm. Wasn't expecting the mountain. Let's be honest.
Yeah, so it looks like they're running a basic mountain and a basic island. Probably no forest. So there's the bolt. We take 2, 5, 8 and go to 4.
At least they're not cantripping, which is good. But yeah, it's kind of a tricky spot here. See if they play land. Nope.
Yikes. That's just 3 in the air.
Yep. It's unlucky.
Rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, not too bad. The 7 and the 6 were a little bit awkward, but the carpet would have been the double carpet would have been really nice. But obviously, once it's down, my opponent had a pretty good way of, or our opponent had a pretty good way of playing around it, which is always tough. But sweet deck, I love it already.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's like it's all about patience in this deck, and I was super surprised about the mountain and also them going really aggressive with some of the counter spells. But yeah, I think it gave it away with our sequencing, so it's all good.
Do stop. Thanks for the follow. Let me know where you're from. If you play Legacy, what do you play in Legacy? Hey Matt, hope you're doing well in Germany. A pretty fair hand. Double Needle's kind of nice because we can kind of throw one into the blind on Wasteland and then have one for, Oko or something else that's relevant.
Yeah, but for me, like really, we don't know what the opponent's playing, and also like I don't know. There's nothing we're moving towards, right? Apart from playing a bunch of lands and getting lands, so we're really just relying on top decks.
Yeah, okay. I can see how it doesn't really have a plan. I guess the plan is Needle Wasteland, map, and then start turning some of our lands into Cloudposts.
Yep. I don't know. I just feel like we can do better than this.
Yeah, that's cool. This is
it's better.
Pretty nice. Probably just drop a Glimmer Post here.
I agree.
Nice.
Fantastic. All right.
Oh, we also had almost had depths in the last last hand as well, because we had the stage.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
True. This is another Delver deck.
Another forest. I think it's just forest and then once and then Reclaimer.
Yeah, sure. playing around days, I guess.
Yeah. I guess.
I very rarely see people who counter Once Upon a Time turn 1.
Ooh, that was close.
But yeah. Yeah.
Interesting. So.
Yeah, Gen the Reclaimer.
So my only thought is that Reclaim is open to a lot more removal, like Swords to Plowshares, Lightning Bolt, but Map isn't.
Yeah, but my perspective here is that if you jam Reclaimer and they swords it, it means that they're on a control, like they're like some sort of control deck. So then your Map and Cloudpost and Vesuva and Glimmerpost will destroy them.
Yeah, cool. Okay. It's also one less sword that they can have for a Primetime or a Eldrazi, which is kind of nice.
Yep.
Scoop in response. I nearly have it, and I do want to build it. So whenever you want to loan it, reach out, and I'm sure that I can get it because it's actually surprisingly cheap because there aren't candelabras in their deck anymore. I guess there is the sideboard Tabby, which is pretty expensive, let's be honest. But I think from a general standpoint, Mono-Green Cloudpost is pretty good.
You can play without Tabbies. I've seen people just budget version, they play, Primetime and whatnot, and then they just leave the Tabby out. Because Tabbies only come in, it's a really important card sometimes, right, for certain matchups. But you can just play without it and just try to play around it. So.
Is this like a Grixis Delver deck? So it's playing Bolt, so it's obviously not a combo deck. But the Underground Sea is really interesting.
Yeah, it could be Control. But yeah, it could be Grixis Delver. Yeah. I like playing Map here and then just Cloudpost Pass.
Okay.
Because if they're playing a bunch of colors, then let's just go ham.
There's definitely some thought of days, but I mean the upside of playing Cloudpost here is pretty huge. Mm-hmm. Especially seeing we can play Vesuva, copy Cloudpost, and then hold up Cloudpost or play. I don't think Rex Age is going to be relevant in this matchup.
Yep, unless they play a Wish Claw or something. I'm not sure. I definitely Storm doesn't play Bolts, do they?
Lee, have you played Goblins before? See that Guff and Chad is a big favorite of it.
I have not played Goblins before, no. I played it in Historic. I don't play it in Legacy.
Nice,
but,
okay.
Yeah, I should try it one day.
It seems pretty strong in Historic.
Yep. It's got Muxus. Muxus is so good. It's so much value.
Yikes. So this does look like a Grixis deck, and if they're playing Thought Scour, I'm assuming they're playing Gurmag. Mm-hmm. Ooh, that's a good draw. Probably just Glimmerpost here into Expedition Map for Cloudpost.
Yep, you can do that.
Because, to be fair, it's opening us up to Wasteland, but if a Wasteland's going a Glimmerpost, I'm not too unhappy.
Yep.
Also, I think probably if Reclamation Sage does have a target in this matchup, it's going to be something like Baleful Strix.
Yeah, that's true. That little bird always trying to block things.
Yeah, which isn't too bad if we're trying to get in with a big creature like Primetime. Have you ever seen a deck like this play? I guess Field of the Dead is a little bit rough because a lot of your lands are playsets, so you don't actually get to that 7 mana with different lands too much.
Yeah, I've tested around with it. I've tested around with playing one Field of the Dead in sideboard. I think it's the Thoughtseize, yeah. So one thing to... Oh, you don't need to do it now, but yeah.
I was
one thing to note...
just so I can 6.
Of course. One thing to note here is that they're Thought Scouring themselves. So go ahead and open up their graveyard. So they're the Grixis Delver. Thought Scour, is that because they're playing... Are they playing what's that little...
The Phoenix?
Thing that has either Phoenix or... no, you know that little... It's like, it looks like a 1/1 blue flyer that can...
Terramander.
Terramander, yeah. Maybe it's Terramander? Oh, okay. Excavator's fantastic.
I think it's just land into Excavator here.
Yep. I like that.
Opponent not wastelanding either because they know about the Cloudpost, which is fair enough. I guess that was actually a pretty nice play with the Emrakul. It did give a Cloudpost back to us, but... I think
they took the Emrakul. Is that why the graveyard disappeared? Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't paying attention. Okay.
Which...
So, if you notice here, they don't have any threats. and they're trying to threaten us with this wasteland.
Wow.
And yeah, they have nothing to do, right? So that's what I was
Interesting.
saying.
It's funny because they knew our hand as well. We have nothing going on either, which is
Yeah,
really interesting. I thought it was because they were trying to get a Gomag down, but obviously not.
that's true. Yeah.
So do you think this is a Tabernacle matchup? Do you think they're running something like Young Pyromancer, or just a bunch of sort of 1-for-1 creatures like Delver or Gomag?
I feel like this is the old Delver deck. You know, where you have Gomag, Delver, maybe. Yeah, the old one did actually have Young Pyromancer as well. I'm not sure, to be honest. I didn't see any creatures. It could be Grixis Control with Delvers. I don't know. Um, I do like just doing a very similar plan to what we had before. So taking out depths once upon a time, Emrakul, bringing in the carpets. Potentially, you also can take out a Karakas because I don't think Delver decks play legendary creatures.
Yeah,
And
nice.
if we, my perspective here is that if we have enough time and resources to get into a scenario where we're bouncing Ulamogs and Kozileks, I'm pretty sure we've already won. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
definitely. I don't mind Rex Age going out as well for something like Tabernacle,
I
as a
agree.
just in case.
hmm
That seems okay.
And I don't think it seems like they're going pretty heavy with their dual lands there, so I don't think they'll be playing any back to basics. Hopefully.
Yeah. Yeah, let's
Yep.
hope.
No, this is good. This is good. Also,
Nice.
there's also been.
I don't mind it because it does have the carpet, which for Grixis is very hard to deal with. And then we do have ways to start getting towards Cloudpost, and we also have protection off Wasteland.
Yeah, let's keep it because I would say play Forest and actually bait out because they're on the play. So go Forest, bait out with Needle and name Wasteland.
Okay. No
Oh,
Thoughtseize,
wow.
which is nice.
Yeah, I was thinking Thoughtseize. Yeah. Unless we go Carpet now, like I don't know if they're playing Dazes. I just saw the. Do you want to try it? It's up to you. Do you want to go Value or do you just want to bait out and see if they force the Needle?
That's a. I feel like they're holding up maybe Thought Scour, so
Alright.
I don't mind getting the carpet online because it's such a good play if it resolves.
True, but if we go Needle and they force it or daze it or whatever, then we get a land or a counterspell out of their hand, and then later on we can play Carpet safely.
Yeah, and to be fair, maybe the needle is what we don't care about the most because we have Ram Map to get lands back from later on.
And also, the more islands they play, the better Carpet is.
Yeah, so yeah, I don't mind needle.
Yep, cool.
I wonder if they're playing Colligan's Command.
I haven't seen that card in ages. Maybe.
Matt Flacco in chat, very into his needle play.
Yep. So Needle Wasteland, and I'm assuming it's going to resolve. I don't think they'll counter this. Yep. Yep. Now they have to deal with Twinting Needle. We have a good angle here.
Hey, don't be sorry at all. Oh, they could have a braid, yeah. A braid's pretty nice.
Oh yeah, braid. Good point. Is this a braid here? No,
Dreadhorde.
Dreadhorde.
Okay.
So we don't know if they have days, but we can assume. So I think we go stage, carpet, and then see if it resolves. And if it does resolve, we can play the Elvish Reclaimer.
And the map
Or
if
we
it
can
resolves.
just put, or the map. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Or both.
Oh, both. Do you want to go map and just start building our way up to Cloudpost?
Yeah. Do you want to go with both?
Yeah, let's do it.
If we go with, I guess, map first and then Reclaimer, because map's a little bit harder for them to deal with.
True. I'm
Oh,
just
we
worried.
get
Like now
two.
they have a Dreadhorde, they're probably going to try to
Oh.
get value. You know what I
Sorry.
mean? And they're going to.
I forgot that we get 2 mana off this. So we could actually map and
Yes,
just
yeah.
crack it straight away.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah,
Yeah.
going Cloudpost.
I like that.
Because I don't like playing Reclaimer because they're probably bringing in tons of removal to try to
Exactly.
deal with.
Yeah. This seems fantastic.
And we've got the Needle online, right? So and a Vesubra in our hand. So we have a Session stage. So we're gonna chill out, right? We're gonna tons of mana. We're gonna play Cloudpost and play Vesubra on Cloudpost. They can attack us with this stupid 1/3 that should be banned, and then we're gonna play Kozilek.
I guess there actually was another line which is kind of cool, which is use the 2 mana to turn Thespian Stage into a forest if you really want to play around Wasteland, but of course the needle's there, so that's actually not a play that I'd consider.
The good thing about needling Wasteland is that we're adding friction to them. So like, the whole entire deck works off by being better, having better quality cards than our opponent.
That's very true. Eli, we actually started out depths for Tabernacle in case they were on Young Pyromancer like the last deck.
Yeah, and this type of deck, they can pay for it most times as well. They just like play their best threats.
Okay.
Bunch of...
That's pretty good.
We got tons of mana, you know that, right?
Yeah. 3, 4, 5, 6 mana this turn.
I'm thinking we could play the Cloudpost, use Session Stage, copy Cloudpost, and then we'll get 3 mana and we play maybe Excavator or even yeah,
okay. Cloudpost, copy this.
Oh, sorry, we don't have enough mana for Excavator. Do we? Have we played it? No, we haven't. Yeah, sorry. Just Reclaimer. Yep, that's fine.
All good. That's more than fine.
All good. Yep. Because when we play for Suva next, right, we're going to have 6 mana, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to have Kozilek mana.
Yeah, which is really nice.
They're probably going to try to shoot Reclaimer. So, like, cool, they have a bunch of, like, 3/2s in the air and a 1/3. It's turn 4, we're on 19 life. We play a Kozilek, we draw 4 cards.
I wonder if they're playing anything like Liliana's Triumph or, like, Diabolic Edict effects.
Well, they would have to cast it now, because if our Kozilek resolves, then they're going to we have a creature in play.
So they were playing Submerge as well, which the other deck did play, and was another reason why we don't really like the Dark Depths in this matchup. They're going to attack and Brainstorm.
Yep, I think we got a free block here, because like if they have the ball, they're just going to kill it regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you see these Delver decks, right? They get really panicky when we have a bunch of Cloudposts in line, because they're really just trying to dig really hard. That's all they care about. So when we untap here, I'm really not... Okay, they got Wasteland, but it doesn't matter. I'm really happy about... see? We can get Tabernacle if we want. Or we can get Glacial Chasm, but... okay, that's great.
Okay, because Vesuva copying Cloudpost means 6, 9, 10, and then Forest into Tabby is pretty nice.
Yep, I like it. We also don't even need to crop rotation, by the way, because we can just activate the Reclaimer. Is that what you mean?
Ah, yeah, very true.
So we have a million mana. Oh, cancel.
Yeah.
Just...
No, because we only have a...
Oh, we have 10.
10 in total. Sorry. Okay. Still fine.
Very awkward if they daze this.
I'm going to force it. That's fine.
Sure.
Definitely getting pretty close to just them going too wide.
True.
I guess we can try to go into Glimmer Posts, which can save us a little bit. But, like, I think Bolt does it here, because the Dreadhorde can flash back, which is 6, 9, which we can't beat. And then we can block here.
They have one card, but yeah, you're right. Maybe I should have been more conservative. I just get excited casting Eldrazi's.
Oh, 100%. Thought Seize isn't too bad. We only have one card left as well.
Which is the Thoughtseize, right? So we can get Chasm. They're going to attack with a bunch of creatures. We get the block one. But yeah, we can get Chasm and Dodal a few turns.
Especially with the Thespian Stage copying in each upkeep.
Yep. So block. What do you feel like we do here? Do you want to block Young Pyromancer or? But no, we'll lose the. Sorry, you're right. Sorry, not Young Pyromancer, the Dreadhorde.
Yeah, because I think the Reclaimer is just going to go for some Glimmer Posts.
Yeah. Yep, Glimmer Post or even Glacial Chasm, but Glimmer Post is good as well. Yep. I wish they didn't take the. Oh, that's good as well.
Oh, sorry. So I think we want to go.
Let's say if we play Cloudpost, we'll get more value off the. You can. Oh, you got because I got no cards in my hand. Yep.
Yep.
Go ahead.
So we can.
Activate because the map can also be used to get Eye Vegan or
Yeah, that's
Tabi
very
or
true.
whatever.
We did take out Emrakul, but we do have Ulamog left. We can also go for, I guess, one Glimmer Post to take us up to 9, is it? And then something like Tabernacle to keep them off going wide. They can pay for 4 creatures, so these 4.
Yeah. So let's do the math. So if we untap the Cloudpost because you're looking to play Tabernacle, right? So that's the land drop you want. So we activate Eye, we use 2 mana, we get Tabernacle, and then we play. No, wait. Or do you want to keep the Tabernacle in? Do you want to keep the Tabernacle in your deck? And do you want to get Glimmer Post instead? Oh, what's your plan?
Well, that's interesting because I guess Tabernacle saves 3 damage, but a Glimmer Post would gain, what, 4?
Yep, that's correct.
So I guess the Glimmer Post line is better. I don't mind playing the Ramanap with the 3 green. It also gives us a blocker.
Sure. Yep, like that.
Just like this. And then we can use map here to go and find a Glimmer Post. Play the Glimmer Post. Go up to 9. And then we have Reclaimer up, which is nice. Is there something else that we want to needle here?
You can name Wasteland again.
Yeah.
In case they yeah, so we're gonna sack the forest anyway because we have so many forests in our hand.
Yep. Nice.
Do you want to get Tabby now? So obviously it triggers.
The only thing with Tabby is that I think I'd rather just get another Glimmer Post, another Cloud Post. Sorry, Glimmer Post. Glimmer Post, sorry, because that would gain us 5, which is a little bit more here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, alright. Okay, cool, sure. Okay, we'll do that. I was just thinking as well because yeah, eventually we want to rotate our forest into Iron in the game, but at the same time, yeah, you want to gain 5. Okay, we'll do that then. 5, 9. Okay. This is tricky. This is the hard part of the deck, right?
Yeah, because the big issue is that we're definitely taking 6. But if we Tabernacle them, we're also tapping them out. So unless they have draw into land and have bolt, then we lose. And to be
Why
fair,
are you doing it now? Oh, because you want the Tabernacle. Because we could block, right? We could hold up a blocker and block the Dread Horde, and then do it on their step.
oh, we also have Chasm. So yeah, I think we just pass.
Yep.
With yeah, Chasm is a pretty good choice.
Which is the stage as well. 2 stages, sorry.
Yeah. Just to make sure, it is you just can't take damage. It's not like creatures can attack.
You can't take damage. Your creatures can't attack.
Cool.
Yep.
Thoughties is more than fine.
It's fine. Yep. So if they try to attack, we sack. We get sack. We have to sack 2 lands, by the way. So remember that.
Yep. We can sack the Glimmer Post to get it back with Ramanap to gain more life.
Oh, I like that. I like that. That's good. You should let them attack first. Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, let them attack first.
Oh, but then they get the trigger of Arcanist.
Okay, sure. But they still trigger it regardless.
Yeah. I guess there's some thought to taking this, but I don't think we can because then we just died a bolt 3/6. Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Go ahead and tap the Glimmer Post before you sack it. I mean, just in case. I don't know why. I guess we don't have to.
Yeah. Thankfully, I don't think it matters, which is pretty good.
Okay. Cool. Sure.
Sack Glimmer.
So many.
Chasm. And now, of course, we can do the trick as well with Thespian Stage copying it.
On the upkeep.
Now we sack a forest because we have forests in hand.
Yep, we have plenty for us. Yep.
Glimmer's gonna be Glacial Chasm's gonna be pretty hard to beat for my opponent, especially with Cloudpost in play and 2 needles on Wasteland.
And we can block one of the tokens, I guess. Guess that's also an argument to block before we activate.
Yeah, that's very true. Could have killed the Arcanist. 1, 2. No, we couldn't have.
Oh, not the Arcanist, the tokens. It's just playing tokens over there.
Oh, yeah, that's very true.
It's all good.
All right, so
Oh, that's so good.
we can use Stage to copy this.
Just think about this for a sec. Do we need to, or can we just take 2 damage?
Yeah, that's a great point. We can just take 2. Because we are getting
Yeah.
back to Glimmer Post as well.
Yep.
Prime time's
nice.
pretty good.
Yep. I think you know what to do.
Alright, let's get back to Glimmer Post.
Yep, that's a good idea.
Probably should have cast the Prime Time first because we're probably getting another Cloudpost, but it kind
That's fine.
of works out, yeah.
Tap the real Cloudpost. I mean, that's the same, yep. This was saying in case randomly we want extra stage activations, but yeah, this is good.
Yeah.
See,
That's
people
pretty
just
tough.
skip the Prime Time. They can't beat it.
Yeah, well, I guess it's going to be pretty hard with Needle, but
Yep.
always nice to beat the blue decks.
Yeah, for sure. And that's the thing, like, you can see that one card that really pulled its weight there is Carpet. Like, just, it's, if you have something really good to pay off with and just Carpet, it's just in such a good card.
Yeah, definitely. Also Needle is really nice.
Yep.
This is pretty... It's...
I think we use Mulligan just because I want something like Crop Rotation or Elvish Reclaimer or something.
Yeah, the eye does nothing here. The bulk could be irrelevant. Prime time's a little bit far away. Yeah. Cloudpost, Glimmer Post, Stage. I don't mind this and putting back the Rec Sage.
I agree. Yep. We have some
And then-
insurance of Needle. Map can eventually get a Forest if need be.
Yeah, and I think just to kind of show that we might be a depth stack is just Stage on Needle.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
Stage Needle, name Wasteland.
Yep, I like that. Well, we're on the play. That's always a... That never rarely happens.
Opponent on 6 cards as well.
Oh, good.
And then next time we get to play Cloudpost and Expedition map.
I have a feeling at this time of night, it's a Saturday night, 5:20 in America, it's probably a Delver player. Someone's trying to let off some
Ooh.
steam. Oh, no.
Tomb.
Chalice? If this is Chalice, I'm fine with this.
Okay, that's fine. It does
Yep.
stop the map, but we have other things to do
Yep.
here.
Oh, we're going big, mate. We're going big. Because it means that they're probably like Eldrazi. If they're playing Thought Knot turn 2, we're in trouble. But yeah, so it means they're a prison deck or some sort.
Oh, Blood Moon.
It's mono red.
Okay. We do have basics to draw into, and then we have Green Suns for Rec Sage, so it's not all lost. And there.
Speak of the devil. I actually don't mind versing against Bloodburn. It just slows us down. It doesn't destroy our deck, right? Because we still have ways, like we have a million ways to get lands.
Yep.
So, you could, but it's up to you. But you could go Forest, Green Sun for because they're down to 4 cards, right? They lose cards really fast. You can get a what's his name?
Elvish
Excavator?
Reclaimer?
I mean Reclaimer. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. I guess the benefit of Reclaimer is that you can turn any land into any land. It doesn't have to be a forest. But I think here we really want to try to get probably this Blood Moon off the table. So I think playing the Bajuka block here, it comes in untapped, which doesn't really matter. But then we can follow up next time with Forest into Rec Sage.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, I don't think Bog is relevant for the mono red matchups.
No. Unfortunately. But I mean, now
I
they're
mean,
down
there
to
is
2 mana, so unless they have like a Chrome Mox or a Spirit Guide here, they can't drop a 3-drop, which is nice.
So the reason I was thinking about getting Elvish Reclaimer is because they only have 2 mana, right? Because of the Blood Moon, and also if we have a Reclaimer into play, which they're never going to counter, then we're just going to start accruing value.
Yeah.
Because if you block their Blood Moon, they're going to get 4 mana.
Yeah, that's very true. There is the case of just going for turning off Chalice.
I think we still go. Let's still go with the Reclaimer. Rexage line, and then let's just see if we can overpower them. Because they use a guy, which means they lost a card. But yeah, let's do this. Let's go with your instinct. I think that's good. Oh, full art. Let's do it.
I know. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Hey, Arkan, welcome. I think
Yeah,
so.
let's blow up the ball. What do you think?
2 mana. We're so close to this next turn we can Dark Depths, because this will tap for 2 off the Glimmer Post. I guess that's a land for turn, but I don't mind going for Moon just because the map actually turns off the Chalice, so that's...
Yeah, I was gonna say we... Yeah. Unless we go for hit the Chalice, use map to go get Dark Depths, because of Blood Moon, it comes with no counters, and then eventually deal with the Blood Moon somehow. I don't know.
I'm not sure how. I guess Ulamog, but that's pretty far off.
Yeah.
I think it's the Moon here. I think having access to more mana for us is more beneficial than them having more access.
Sure. Yeah.
But it's a tough one.
Yeah. It unlocks their mana as well. Just be careful. Just be reliant on that. Yep. But yes, let's do the plan as we usually do. I guess in future matchups as well, things to consider is that we can name Khan, we can name Chandra. This is a Rebel Master.
Another Moon. Okay. That's not too bad. I guess the one card I should have considered is Khan, the Great Creator, with their mana.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so we have a threat. We have something. They're on 14, right? Because the tombs hurt them.
Yep.
So, let's play for Glimmer Post. We could also just randomly top deck Primeval Titan.
Yeah,
I think into a forest this way.
I think Forest into Titan is the best draw.
Mm-hmm. Also, remember a lot of our spells are still castable under Blood Moon. So these 2/2, 3 mana creatures is like whatever. Because we're just gonna keep attacking. They're on 12, we're on 20.
Like, I'm pretty happy to trade here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right,
I feel like our top deck is better than theirs.
If we hardcast an Emrakul, I will do a giveaway. I will do a good giveaway.
Yep.
Bridge isn't the worst either, because it's still just Ulamog that we're trying to get to.
Yep, not a big deal for us.
Second Forest is fantastic as well. I'll be 1 second.
Alright, so they're obviously trying to look for a payoff. This is probably a Trinisphere. Okay, we didn't care about that. Yeah, so we're sort of just waiting for top decks now. Not too bad. And we can't play Reclaimer and Crop Rotation, but we can play Excavator, I guess, or something. I feel like Mono Red doesn't really have much card draw advantage as well. I'm just worried if they get a Rebel Master out of nowhere. But yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, Force of Phil, hope you're well.
Oh, no. Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry. Did you want to keep it?
Well, because now it has no text on it.
Yes.
Now it's a mountain, but if we were able to remove the Blood Moon somehow, we could turn it into a Cloudpost or something.
Okay. 5 mana. 5 mana? With Trinisphere? What's 5 mana? I know a lot of Planeswalkers are 4 mana.
Shattering thingy? The double space card?
Interesting. The land that's also a spell.
Yeah. But they have to target a creature. I think they're trying to cast it, maybe. I don't even think that's 5 mana in this deck. Yeah, I think they realized because they
Yeah.
play that shock land now, the bolt land, the bolt that takes 3 damage when it comes in untapped, and it does crit damage to a creature and damage to their face.
I guess as well, like I could have been more patient with the Green Suns. Like Green Suns for Rexage there was nice because it's on curve of Green Suns, but until you have something else to do, you could kind of keep it around.
We could have just got a prime time. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we're living learning, right? What are they doing?
It feels like Chandra.
No, but Chandra's only 4 mana.
Yeah. Like Walking Ballista? I'm not sure. Chalice. Okay, they're trying to cast a Chalice.
Chalice for
Okay,
one?
that's fair. I've probably done the same thing, let's be honest. Oh, okay, there's Dark Depths. Comes in with no counters
There
on
you
it. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, it was pass, I guess.
So I
mean-
I feel like this is a matchup where I want the Force of Vigors. I could be wrong, but
100%.
I feel like Force of Vigors is pretty good here.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
This feels like 6 mana Chandra. The one that gives you like an emblem in upkeep.
Yeah.
Another
No.
okay, Chalice. Interesting. And they have 0 cards in hand. Okay. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Ooh. We can cast once.
Oh, this is
We can
big
cast
deal.
once.
Yeah, tap of a silver.
I guess-
we can cast a spell. Go
Um,
ahead and cast it.
Yeah, because even if we hit prime time, we can cast prime time, which is nice.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. Let's fire this off. I think we will hit a prime time. It's guaranteed.
Oh, the Chalice. Oh, the
That's
Chalice Entrance Sphere. So we can't
No,
actually
no,
cast
Chalice
it.
is on 3. Chalice is on 3. It's
And
fine.
Chalice is on. Okay, yeah. Sorry.
I don't know why they didn't do 2. Like, I would have did 2, but sure.
Ah. Yeah, that's good enough.
We're just gonna draw us more cards later on.
2, 4,
But I can't
6, 7.
attack.
Cool. Okay. I mean,
Yep.
yeah, drawing 4 seems pretty nice.
Against someone that has no cards in their hand, seems good.
Well, what do they have?
Oh, what do they have? It's the Chalice for
3,
2, finally.
4.
Probably the Torch of Defiance.
Another Trinisphere. They counted their own.
Why? But their whole deck is built of 3 drops. They
Oh,
have
no.
Legion, Warboss, they
Yeah.
have Realm Master.
This
Why
is
would they
tough.
Chalice on 3?
This is tough.
This is hilarious. Alright. Okay. So how many manons do we have? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is that 9 or 10? I'm trying to count here.
That's 10.
Do it!
Nice. Haha. Okay.
Oh wow. It's just 3 layers at a crop. That's hilarious.
Wow.
I don't know why they scooped, but probably a shame scoop. But like, they can't attack.
Rough. Okay.
Rough.
So
Right. Horse of Vigors in. All right, and there's things to take out. So,
Bog. Bog's a big one.
Yep, Bog's pretty bad. Caracas doesn't really do anything unless playing. I mean, unless we want to loop, it's up to you.
Yeah.
But they have Blood Moon too.
Yeah, exactly.
Um,
Probably Ramanap's interesting, but probably not for this matchup.
I mean, it's also just a 2/3 as well, because it has synergies with Reclaimer and Crop Rotation. So we sack stuff and we get it back. I don't think they're gonna try to deal with that graveyard. Do you know what I mean?
Yep, that's fair. Can probably go down on a card like Emrakul here.
Yep, I agree. I don't think
the
we're
other two are fine.
going too big. And they're most likely just going to be vomiting things as fast as they can.
Yeah, I still like Needles for their Planeswalkers.
I do
I
as
think
well.
I think
So,
still,
massive.
even though we haven't seen one yet, it's probably safe to name either Khan the Great Creator or Chandra Torture Defiance.
I agree. And we need one more card, right? I really like Once because it finds us forests and stuff.
Yeah.
But no, we can keep it there. I do see your point about Excavator, but it just gets us a lot of value, and since they're going to be juggling back and forth between trying to get their prison pieces in play, but also they don't play bolts, right?
Yeah.
It's only Fiery Confluence that can kill their Excavator.
Yeah.
So
I think they will keep in the Chalices, so maybe just a one-drop like Expedition map as a trim isn't too bad.
yeah, let's do that.
There's also some thought for Tabernacle if they're on a grindy Goblin build, but I
I
think
noticed
having...
that a lot of lists lately, they're playing like a Chinese Ravager and stuff. It's more of an aggro deck.
Okay.
So that's something to keep in mind.
Oh, no. Oh, I'm so sad. I forgot about my coffee. I've had coffee for so long.
I'm just sitting there.
Rough. I was looking so forward to that.
Okay, so this hand is amazing if we're on the blind, right? But we can't cast Reclaimer, which is kind of awkward. And I'm assuming they have a bunch of things to involve in our Blood Moon. So what do you think?
Yeah, so the tough thing is that we do have a really good payoff, but it's obviously not great against a Chalice for one. And I'm going to assume they have a turn 1 play of either Chalice, Blood Moon, or Trinisphere. And this hand isn't great against...
This hand could also go Glimmer Post map if they don't do anything turn 1. Did they keep or they mull?
They did keep.
Okay, so that's probably a clear sign. I think we mulled again.
Okay. I'd like to mulligan to a Force. This is
That's a good point.
1-lander with a once.
Are you feeling lucky? I feel like this is a mull.
Yeah.
We need basically just a forest.
Okay.
I mean, and a forest is great as well. Yeah, this is good.
Okay. So I don't mind keeping the Force and Crop together. The Kozilek as a payoff isn't the worst, but we don't really have the mana to get there quickly.
Yep. I like Kozilek back and
A forest?
Super.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, forest. Yeah, we got 3 forests. Yep, that's fine.
I guess, yeah, actually, maybe Misty's worse because...
Yes, it's a
I like
fetch.
that,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, as soon as you clicked that, I was like, maybe this is better because they could just farm on a Blood Moon turn 1, so...
Yeah. Oh, if we draw a green source, we could crop into Dark Depths and then Force. If they play Blood Moon, which is pretty nice. Yep. So if we have a live draw of a green card, which is really nice.
That's really awesome. Yep, cool points. So as chat is saying, we can hardcast Force. I mean, that's always a thing.
Yeah, getting close to it.
Yeah, so normally these type of decks where they're going all in, if they keep a hand to 7, it means that they have a play turn 1. So I'll be very, very surprised if they do nothing turn 1.
Yeah, exactly. And I guess the nice thing about Force as well is that even though you can 2 for 2 your opponent, even a 2 for 1 where you're getting rid of a crop rotation isn't too bad if your opponent has something like Chalice on 1 but you're wanting to target something else.
Yeah, I mean, if they Chalice on 1 to stop our crop, we have Force of Vigor. And we can actually just chill out to see if they go Chalice on 1 and then next turn they go Blood Moon, we can go, alright, end step, Force. And just hit both of them. We don't need to, like, do things straight away, if you know what I mean.
Exactly.
They're on the play, right? They're on the play, so we can't help that.
Yeah, exactly. Hey chat. Thankfully, yeah, an Aussie combo, which is nice. One based in Seattle. What's rent like in Seattle? I've always heard it's quite expensive. Nothing? Lee? Help me out.
Oh, sorry.
No, all good.
Yes, it's very expensive. Because Brenton is another suburb that has somewhat a little bit of a community. But, you talk about renting or Renton? Because there's a suburb called Renton.
Ah, got you. I mean, like rent, like weekly rent for a house.
Oh, rent? Oh, rent is so expensive here. It's ridiculous. Because it's like we have Microsoft, we have Amazon, we have Tableau, we have Nintendo, we have Valve. We have lots of big companies here.
Mock Sporting House, come on. Yeah.
Very expensive. But yeah, there's also a suburb called Renton. And I was like, yeah, that suburb's okay, I guess.
Jeez, 2K, for a month. Far out.
Yeah, 2K, like, I think for a studio or a for a studio right in the city or in the outskirts of the city, it's about $2,000.
Okay.
And then that's for a modern apartment. And then after that, it's like, for 1 bedroom, it's about 2.2, 2.5.
Oh, here's the dream. Can we draw a blue card here? A green card, a green card, a green card. Yes! Nice. All right.
Okay, we can react, so we can wait.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Very cool.
You live in the dream.
We are living the dream.
Rabble Master? No? Chalice. Let me see. Oh, this is gonna be sick if it's a Chalice. You know why?
It is a Chalice.
Because you can get like a 3-for-1. Oh, yo! What? Oh man, this is gonna be amazing.
Dark Depths.
They get Dark Depths, let the chalice resolve, hit both chalice and Blood Moon,
Yeah.
and then Bob's your uncle.
Nice.
Wow,
And now
that's
the
so
trigger.
awesome. Value. Can you say it? Hashtag
Yes.
value.
Haha, very nice. That is a sweet way to win.
Nice. I love how you play the forest just in case.
Always.
Got to represent the green.
Nice. I don't think I've done this before. I've definitely seen it, but I've never done it. So that feels pretty good.
This is one of those times where you put at the start of the YouTube video just as like a hype thing to get people excited to watch the video. It's like, wow, and then you cut into the clip. Awesome.
Very nice. Very cool way to win that match. Definitely. I feel like that's a MTGO bucket list kind of achievement.
Yeah, yeah. I think you get the achievement, Xbox achievement, come up in the corner, right? Nice.
Yeah. Nice.
Well, the only reason that happened is because you caught the green card on top.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but definitely nice to know about the combo as well.
Of course, yeah.
But forcing to get that so strong.
Even if crazy,
you go.
There's a crazy thing that happens on my stream quite often, where like when you cast a reality smasher, all the other smashers appear to the top of the deck.
Ah, interesting. Yeah, Smasher are a tough one to deal with. But luckily, if you're playing Maverick, you now have a resource for the matchup on the Green Sun Zenith, because the first article out on Matchup Hate was Eldrazi Aggro, which will be put in chat.
Oh, nice. Yeah, no, Green Sun Zenith is such an amazing resource. I wish it had. I wish it existed for all the archetypes, right? And it's definitely a good website that I always love checking out once in a while and going, all right, not even once in a while. I probably check it every month and just go, hey, let's look at some new articles. Let's look at the new content that you're always pumping out. That's always really good, and it's very comprehensive. I love it.
Yeah, that's cool. There's obviously some really nice ones like Thraben and the Epic Storm. I know there's ones for lands now. I think it's called the Tabernacle, or just like pendrelvale.com.
Yep.
Legacy
funny that I'm wondering, does the Green Sun Zenith, does it have any merch?
The Green Sun it does have merch. It actually has a new jumper, which is pretty sweet.
Wow.
This one
funny
just says
it has merch. I'd love to see.
Wow.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
what a coincidence. You're wearing some merch that you can get at greensunzenith.com.
Yeah, exactly. Nice. But yeah, these are cool. It's just Legacy Maverick and then Playfair and EST 2011, because that's when the deck kind of came up with Green Suns printed. Which is pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah. I think I might actually...
Do you have a tag for it? See, this is what happens. When you go 2-0 in 2 rounds, none of the opponents want to show up and verse you again.
Is that a t-shirt? I think it's a t-shirt. That's a pretty sweet t-shirt as well. There we go.
Oh, that's so sweet.
All right. Match face on. Here we go.
Let's do it.
Up against...
Yep. This opponent, not your friend anymore. Let's go. Rock and roll.
Calavans. This isn't too bad. I mean...
I don't mind this.
Yeah. Especially with the Misty. I will say as well, this jumper is very comfy. I live in Australia and I'm wearing it, so it should say a lot.
Australia? That sounds like a really fantastic country to live in.
Or be born in.
Or be born in. Yeah.
Wooded Foothills.
This probably lands. Or Rock Delver.
Okay.
Is this happen normally in your stream? Is it literally just Rock Delver matchups all the time?
Yes, I do have to look. I'm actually not sure. Like, say, Thursday nights is when I usually stream, which is Thursday morning, I think, in the US. So I'm never too sure what I should be expecting. I think it's also a pretty good time for Europe.
Yeah, I reckon. I think we Cloudpost pass because we have a surplus of Cloudpost.
Okay.
And we just show them. Just do it.
Yeah. Cool.
So our plan here is that if they don't have wasteland, or they try to dig for a wasteland, or whatever, our plan is to literally vomit a bunch of Cloudposts and then Green Suns for a prime time.
Yeah. Okay.
And if they play Delver next turn, then we can go Walking Ballista and shoot it if we want.
Oh, double map's pretty nice as well.
Yeah. unless you want to go double map. I highly recommend you Vesuva and copy the Cloudpost at the moment.
Okay, yeah.
Do you want to shoot the Delver? Because I have to counter it.
I like shooting the Delver because I think we actually don't really care about the Delver. And if our opponent's countering the Ballista, they're not countering our way to actually get to prime time.
That's correct. And also, if they counter the Delver, it means that we're hitting them in a way, in a sense, if they're going to cast a Force of Will.
Yeah.
But yeah, our plan is the Green Suns for prime time. But this is going to bait out a Daze or a Force of Negation or a Force of Will. I would assume that they have a Force because they wouldn't play a naked Delver like that and pass.
Yeah, let's just see what they do with the Ponder. They chose not to shuffle, okay, so...
Yeah, I would say they have a counterspell. Or the Brainstorming, at least.
Yeah. Yeah, Goblin Lucky 1, very true. Rug Delver is a very popular deck. Unfortunately. But I've seen that you've been crushing it with Goblins lately, which is very cool to see. Even in Vintage, which is very cool. So if you're looking for some Vintage Goblins action, definitely check out Goblin Lucky 1.
Yeah, no, he does some good stuff. I didn't watch his stream a lot. Yeah, so I would say they're digging here, trying to find something to try to deal with this Walking Ballista. If they counter it, cool, it's fine. It just puts us up on tons of lands. We're going to untap before. They're either looking for a Wasteland or a counterspell.
Yeah.
Which we have plenty of Cloudposts. It's going to resolve, watch. It's going to resolve.
It's not going to resolve. They didn't find another threat. Oh.
That's fine, that's fine. It puts them back a land, right? That's fine.
Yeah, it's actually quite nice to know that, okay, it's going to be either Wasteland or Arcanist. It can't be both.
Mm-hmm. Okay, it's good that they played the land, right? They didn't play a Wasteland, but yeah. So, yeah, there you go. There's Arcanist. Sure. Turn 3, we're only on.
Crop.
Okay, so I think here we could play Misty Fetch. What do you think? Do you think we Misty Fetch and then just will you wait? What do you want to do?
My other thought is going for something like Glacial Chasm.
Oh, because you want to... Oh, but the Glacial Chasm makes you lose a bunch of lands, dude.
Yeah, that's true, actually. Sorry.
You can get a Maze. If you
maybe
want.
Maze, but I'm not too sure if I'm really in a position where I care about what they have. I mean, next turn with Bolt, it's 10 damage.
Good point. Because I'm just thinking here that, like, if they have 3 cards left, they already used the Daze. I don't know if they have a counterspell, but if we can go for Green Suns, that'll be nice. But also, we have 2 maps in our hand, which means we can go for the line where we get Eye Vigan, right? And go really big and either Ulamog or Emrakul.
Yep.
So, do we go Misty, play 2 exhibition maps, and then hold up Crop with the Misty, and then at the end of turn, crack. Oh, wait. Okay. Or do you want to get a Maze? It's up to you. Because we have 2 maps. We can do a lot of things here.
Yeah. I kind of like it in the Maze just to keep at least 3 damage at bay. And if they're using a Wasteland on the Maze, then that's pretty good for us.
Sure. All right, go ahead. I guess they have the opportunity to counter this if they want.
Which would be awesome.
Yeah.
Seeing we
Really
have a
awesome.
second one.
Yep. Yeah, and every time I watch Tony play this Interplay, he's like the god of this deck. He's thinking like 4 or 5 steps ahead. Because like you do have every deck anyway, but with this deck it's very like you're walking on glass a lot. Right.
I guess we might as well play the second one out. And then use the other Cloudpost to search.
Sure.
The only thing is that Maze puts us off a turn kind of as well, because it means that next time we won't have mana up for Green Suns for Cloudpost for prime time.
So do you want to play the Misty, or do you just still want to get the Maze? And just because the Maze will stop the Delver, obviously. They're going to be able to brainstorm and ponder a lot. Of the Dreadhall, which means they're going to get a bunch of answers. So we also can still just... I think having 2 maps is kind of safe, but...
Yeah, okay. I'm just going to fetch an out to play around Stifle, just in case. Just get a Forest. and then
Sure.
pass with map up, and also crop, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So we know Bolt's in hand for my opponent. They have 3 other cards.
Yep.
This is fine.
I thought they would have bolted first. Oh, because they want a cantrip.
Yeah.
Do you want to do it in response to cantrip, or you just want to let it go?
I'm gonna let it go.
Sure. Okay. Because they're not bolting, is that why?
Yeah. And at least if we play Cloudpost next turn, then we can play Green Suns around days, because it'll be 6 mana here, 7. Oh, it won't.
I feel like they get it. They're digging for a counterspell, so.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, okay. So if we go and get Glimmerpost, then we can play Glimmerpost, tap these for 6, 7, and then we have an open mana. And we also get some life, which is kind of nice.
That's true. Yeah, because we'll have 7, 8. Yeah, we'll have be open to days and also gain 3 life.
Wasteland's okay. Oh, they're going to use it now. Alright, we'll float
There's
2.
literally the map is right there. That's funny. Anyways, go ahead. I guess I did know we had the crop rotation. Let's see if they respond to this. Counterspell.
Gonna brainstorm again in response? They're gonna let that slide. Interesting. Cloudpost?
Yeah.
Cool. And now we can use map with that floating mana and get Glimmerpost. Or maybe they have Stifle for this. Oh, they do. Okay. That's fair. I guess we could naturally just draw a land here that comes in untapped. Nice. Ah, but it doesn't... Interesting.
Yeah, no.
So they didn't have Force for the crop, so I feel like we can just go for Green Suns here.
Yeah, I agree. Because like if we resolve this, it's gonna win. Or unless you want to play around days. Because it doesn't play around days.
I feel like we have the time to play around days, so we could even just go for Glimmerpost here off the map.
Let's do it.
Because, yeah. Unless they have another Stifle.
No, I don't think they would do. I think we go get the Glimmerpost. I mean, worst comes to worst, we play a Rex Sage and just block the Dread Horde. But that's not really going to do much. I think we just pass.
Yeah, that's true. We could have still played Cloudpost this turn and just played Glimmerpost the following turn, but...
Yeah. So we know they have a bolt. We also could have got Iron just like with that line as well.
Yeah. This does also mean they can Wasteland us a little bit more effectively because there's only 2 Cloudposts on the field that will be untapped. But if we played the Cloudpost, we'd untap with at least 2.
I feel like they don't have a Wasteland.
Ponder is a shuffle, which is pretty fantastic. Misty.
Alright, land's good.
Yeah, I
No
guess
waste.
land also means Oko is kind of online if they have it.
True.
So Green Suns resolves, Primetime resolves. What do we get with the lands?
Eye Vegan and Glimmerpost.
Okay. Needle. Cloud.
So that makes 4, 8. Yep. So we go for it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
It's been a while, so I feel like
They have a
because
force.
it's been a while,
It's
we'll
now.
probably have a
Yeah.
counterspell. Yep. Exiling days. All right. It's okay. It's okay. This is fine. Are they gonna bolt us end turn?
The last card we know about about his bolt. I believe they probably still have it, so that's lethal.
Okay. Stelvas all day.
There's the bolt.
Yep. Okay.
Carpet. Emrakul wants Caracas. And
Rex. I don't know if they bring in the library, but I think we can still take out the Rex Age.
okay.
Do you want to have an answer to this library? It's up to you.
It is nice to have just in case.
Sure. Probably just cut. You can cut the Kozilek. But no. Yeah, I think we cut the Kozilek.
Okay. And just rely on the Ulamog.
Yeah, because like sometimes drawing 4 cards is nice, but like yeah, we want to get the prime times in. Yeah, generally I would cut. Like I don't even like. I know library is such a card advantage engine, but normally I don't even care about it. I just go big.
Yeah. Okay. Makes a lot of sense.
I'll be right back.
Easy. Tony's been cutting Reclaimer against Delver. Yeah, that's an interesting one. It does take some time for this deck to get it online as a 3/4. So I can definitely see why. It's definitely open to it. Lightning Bolt a lot more of the time than it is a 3/4. You also got to keep Emrakul. Yeah, I guess the only way to remove stuff is Oko to turn into a 3/3, which is kind of nice, and why you could have the Caracas in your deck.
Sorry, what'd you say, mate?
Yeah, I think Reclaim is just nice because it isn't out to Library, which definitely won my opponent the game in our opponent in match 2.
Sure.
But
Chat is saying to keep him recall.
or take out Reclaimer.
I just really like Reclaimer because like if it gets unanswered, then it's a free tutor all the time, and it's also something to deal with. Wish we had a land.
Yeah, this is pretty rough.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we have to mull this.
Yeah. Sadly, not even a Yeah. Double prime
we
time.
can, like, wait, let's just think about the line here. We go Misty, Reclaimer. If it gets killed, then. Do you think we can do better? What do you think? Sorry, I think I lost the audio. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I guess the one thing is that going down to 5 is pretty rough.
It is. Do you want to try to take this in bottom prime time? So you'd go if you were to keep this, which is I don't mind it. It's just an okay hand. You'd go Misty Forest, Elvish Reclaimer, and then after you'd go stage pass, and then rotate the stage into
Cloudpost.
Oh, yeah, Cloudpost. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just like it's just a little bit riskier because if it dies turn 1, then it's like we're just playing a bunch of lands.
Yeah. Exactly. But yeah, I guess if you do slide out Reclaimer, it kind of turns off the bolts other than going to face, which is kind of nice.
And that's why the one Misty randomly. I always like argue back and forth with the group. Or like, why is the one Misty? They're just like, no, it's for the Reclaimer. Trust me. Because you can also crop rotation for it as well. Crop rotate, fetch, and then.
That's cool. Puts 2 cards.
Yeah. Let's see. No, just a ponder. Good. Submerge. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, Submerge would be really strong here.
3 Delta decks.
And to be fair, we should have probably taken out the depths.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I mean, yeah, that's okay. It's still an okay card in general, but yeah, I think depths is not that great in this matchup.
Yeah, I
I
think
mean,
you
we
can...
could also go for that line later if we get really stuck here. You know what I
Yep.
mean?
Once. Okay, so we can hold up once or Wasteland or Reclaimer, which is kind of nice.
Yep. Just play the waiting game.
Yeah. I guess I shouldn't 6 in case they have submerged. Then I want to use the Reclaimer.
Because we have that forest in play. Are you playing in the showcase tomorrow, or are you just chilling out?
Just chilling out because sadly it's like 1 a.m. Monday for me. I don't mind just getting or getting another basic.
Do you want to wait? Or do you, oh, you want to fetch the you want to sack the stage and get a basic? Is that what you want to do? I mean, okay, think about this because like you get another basic. Okay, I guess we can power up the reclaimer. Yeah, that's fine. I just don't like I don't like sacking. I mean, casting once upon a time because they could just waste their response.
Exactly, yeah.
So.
I mean, they could have Stifle, but it's more than fine.
Cool. You also can just play cat and mouse there. Okay. So we could go for Suva, copy their wasteland.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, because if they wasteland you, that's fine. You upper land, they're down on one land.
Yeah, exactly.
But if they don't, we can eventually wasteland their land. Yeah.
I'm happy just to once in their turn as well.
Yeah, never want to do it in our turn. Force negation's annoying.
And yeah, if they want to tap out for DH, I'm happy for that because we have the bog. There's probably some
also relevant here. It's turn 3 and they haven't got any threats in yet.
Yeah, Goif isn't too bad. There was a thought to once in their upkeeps that if they want to daze it, then they have to return a land.
Yep, that's a good point. Let's see if they no daze. All right, so do you like? Let's see what we draw first, actually. They have sorcery instant land. We have creature land
Instant.
And that's I can't see the power and toughness. Is that a 4/5?
It is a 4/5, correct?
Yep. I think we just took bog.
They're gonna force Reclaimer. Wow.
Okay. Do you think we still hit them in the bog?
I think we still just bog now.
Okay.
But it only takes 1 damage off. Maybe there's a case for waiting. The card that I'm really scared of is Hooting Mandrills.
Yeah, go ahead and bog them.
So I'd rather play around Hooting.
I mean, we need a land drop anyway, so. This is like old school Delver. Hooting Mandrills.
I mean, the depth line definitely isn't off the table. We still have Ramanap in the deck, which you can get back the stage from the bin. We have a stage to draw into as well, which is kind of nice. Crop. Ooh. Okay. Oh, that's a line.
Yeah, that's definitely a line. Do you think we're doing the upkeep, or we just wait before they can play land?
I think we just wait to see if they tap out on their turn.
That's true, yeah.
They might even just pass here with nothing else.
Yeah, because they just want to ride the Goif.
Yeah, I guess they could have hardcast Force Negation, but...
So we go end step, and then we tap the bog, sack the rotation, and go get depth. Go get stage.
They've also used no Stifles yet, I believe.
Does this one have Stifle? Have we seen Stifle yet?
Yeah, we got Stifled before. I believe we got
Okay.
stifled in game 1.
Oh yeah, okay. Okay, so let's go end step. See what they do.
The other play is to wait a turn and see if we can Green Suns for Ramanap off a land. Because they're currently only attacking for 3, which is kind of nice. Maze. Okay, Maze is actually pretty strong as well.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. If worse comes to worse, we can sack the bog, go grab Vesuva, copy the maze. But then in that line, we'd probably just go grab stage. But yeah, I'm just thinking out loud. Seeing Rog Delver with 5 lands in play is kind of uncanny.
Yeah.
Alright, at least they're respectable.
Yeah.
That's always nice.
Okay. I'm happy just to play the waiting game here. Oh, Ballista's actually pretty strong, even just as a 1. But I probably want to tap with...
the force.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like this.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, just play Ballista.
I mean, if I can get like a hard cast force from my opponent, I'm pretty happy.
You got 3 cards, which isn't that much, right? Blue decks always won a lot of card advantage, but because we bogged them, they sort of just like can't use their secondary resource graveyard.
Hmm.
I'm thinking really hard if they should counter this. Also, sometimes this deck used to play Veil. We don't play Veil in this deck because we're really just trying to be strategic and like very patient. But yeah, normally in the past, this deck has played Veil, which is like the bane to blue decks.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, so
I thought they would have been fetching at least, like fetching within the library a little bit because we're not damaging them.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. Obviously, the longer we leave it, the longer the amount of time they have to draw into depths. Wasteland, sorry, but the Wasteland is probably going straight for the maze.
Of course. Yeah, I feel like I don't know. I feel like we could rock crop rotation, but I mean it's hard now because we play the Walking Ballista. But the Walking Ballista is just nice to be able to like start shooting some delvers and stuff if they have to cast it, because obviously they're trying to get another creature into play to get around this maze.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
the Walking Ballista gives us insurance against a delver. And they're probably keeping the fetches up because they want to brainstorm their fetch to shuffle the library.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out what their plan is here. So if we draw land, right, we could go crop rotation bog, get a stage. If they counter it, then we can play the land, and then we'd have to do it now. But I'm saying later on, if we draw a land, we can crop rotation bog, get stage. If they counter it, which that means we can go Green Sun for run up. But yeah,
Oko's pretty good.
They can elk it if they want. I don't think it's going to help.
Yeah, it will become a 4/4, which would be interesting.
They got to make a food. So Tumblecoif is a 3/4, is that correct?
Yes.
Cool. They're down to 2 cards, which is really important here.
Yeah. Ulamog. 1, 2, 3 mana. I guess we could Green Suns for another Elvish Reclaimer.
It will become an elk.
Yes. I guess they could also switch it for the food, which would be pretty tough.
Yeah. I think we go to the end step.
Yeah.
Where are those carpets we ordered? 2 cards. There's also what could have been a reasoning there that we do it on the upkeep. We just crop rotation on the upkeep. Because them having 2 cards means that if they force it or force negation it, they'll go down to 0 cards and draw 1 card, right? So they have to have exactly counterspell and blue card.
Well, they can hard cast.
But we don't have to stage. We'd have to stage right there and then in their upkeep. We can just do it in the end step. But yeah, that was my suggestion. So we definitely can kill them with Dark Depth here.
It would have been interesting to see a Pithing Needle, because obviously we're naming Oko, but it would have been interesting to see how they fetch.
I think. Do you think we still go for it? The end step crop rotation, or do you want to wait?
Yeah, it's tough because they either want to tick up on the food here and attack, or they want to make another food so they go above Walking Ballista and 20. Because they can go to 21.
That's true.
They're actually going to get
But we can
aggressive
shoot them
here.
with the walking ballista.
Yeah. This is interesting.
Yeah, so we didn't care about the life gain because we can just shoot them. I guess we can take this. Oh, do you want to take it or you want to block?
Pretty happy just to take it.
Sure. See if they play land. I'm just super scared if they play wasteland at all. Okay, no. Alright, I think we go for it. On the end step.
Okay.
Yeah. They have to have exactly blue card and...
Well, because they can hardcast their counter magic. So the card that I'm kind of scared of is
Oh yeah, true, yeah.
Submerge.
Alright. Let's see if they have Submerge. Or Stifle. No, they're tapping things.
Stifle wouldn't be the worst because we get to keep our lands. If they stifle the ability, but if they try to stifle the Dark Depths token, it doesn't work because it just keeps triggering again.
Oh, you've done this before.
Yeah.
Coming from experience.
Yeah, so for those of you in chat who aren't aware, when Dark Depths has no counters on it, it makes a 20/20. But if you stifle it, then it'll just trigger again because it still has no counters on it. So if you have stifle, your only way to save time here is to stop it here. So you can't stifle this.
Right.
And I think my opponent's going to try to. Yeah, and thankfully, it's just going to trigger again.
Yeah.
So I think my opponent made
the right time is to stifle the stage, right?
Exactly, yeah.
So it's a delay a turn, really.
Do they have an out or not? Wow, I think my opponent literally just...
Yeah, they just punted.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's unlucky.
Yeah, wow, okay. And yeah, so that's I guess... I've definitely been in that position before where you make the wrong play and you'll never make it again. Because my opponent there could have... It doesn't look as great as it is by just, time walking me by hitting the Thespian Stage trigger and stopping the copy, but...
Yeah, so and these are the lessons that you have to learn in a game for you to never do it in a GP, right? I always say that to my friends. I'm like, yeah, don't you get angry and tilted now, but you learned the lesson now, so it will teach you not to make a mistake again in the future. So
yeah. So one good quick example is that I had a Scavenging Ooze and a Dryad Arbor in play, and my opponent attacked with a Thespian Hexmage, a Vampire Hexmage, sorry, and I blocked with the Dryad Arbor and tried to tap it for green to then eat it with Ooze, but at no point do you have that ability, which is crazy because the mana doesn't float between the phases of the attack step.
And also, it has first strike.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah.
Do we want to change anything for the board? I don't mind going with chat and dropping some amount of Reclaimers and going a bit more heavy.
Okay, sure.
Even like maybe 2, because then that's still late game Green Sun's targets that are 3/4s, hopefully.
Okay, I mean, if chat wants to do that, that's fine. And just to have more threats, I guess.
Yeah, it's also pretty funny that we're going to take out Depths, but we just got there before because of Depths.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the reason I mean, go ahead and submit. That's fine, and we're here to learn. But from my experience of playing in this matchup, they have to deal. They have to kill the Reclaimer. If you play it turn 1, they just have to kill it. There's no if they don't, then you just keep getting free advantage, and they can't deal with the. I mean, with the Stifle they can, but they sort of waste a card. Yeah, they have to deal with the Reclaimer. That's the thing.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy to mulligan this.
Yes, I'm mulligan this. Yeah.
Just doesn't really have a great plan to get to something like Prime Time.
Also, Carpet's clutch. This is fine.
Yeah, this is really nice. What do you want to drop? Is it a forest?
I think it's a forest.
Yeah. Nice. Opponent on 7.
So, you can go forest map.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Because you want them to vomit out a bunch of islands, right?
Yeah. and a non-Delver start here is pretty fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Like I like to joke around to my friends that if I can resolve a carpet against a Delver deck, turn one, I become the vintage deck, and they become the legacy deck. But yeah, I think we still play map here, just because we're on the draw, so that's really important.
Yep, and I mean a daze here is even better because it means that Dreadhorde isn't coming down, which is another threat that can definitely snowball pretty quickly.
And that's the thing that sucks about these type of mono. Like we're mono green. We're essentially two color, right? We're green and colorless, but we're essentially mono green in a way where like apart from Veil Summer on turn one, you have to throw away some spells sometimes, and that's just the nature of it.
Yeah, Carpet an interesting card. Definitely come up a lot more in sideboards than a few years ago.
Yeah, because we analyze this, especially because this type of deck list, it doesn't really change that often, apart from like maybe the Bales becomes two Emrakuls or one Emrakul, like, but the like Tron in modern, it's a well-oiled machine where the deck list has been refined so much that we just know what to play in there, and it was like, oh, we need to play one or two carpets in sideboard because of Delver, and eventually it just became, let's just play four.
Yeah.
Let's just ignore it.
Do you like Forest into Carpet here?
I do.
Thank you. And then just pass.
I was literally just gonna suggest that, but I think you read my mind. I think we just pass.
Yeah. It's nice that we can 6 here because obviously time can be a factor. We do have 13 minutes on our opponent's 9, but I'm a big fan of 6ing when you can.
This is game 3, isn't it?
It is.
Nice. Is this green? Oh, Hootings.
Hooting's really nice here, actually. Pith Needle? Stage. Interesting.
Well, we still have depths, don't we?
Oh, we do. That's interesting. So, I mean, we could make it here if we really wanted to, but then it just goes into Oko territory.
True. So, I'm thinking... Oh, yes, true. How much mana are we? 4, 5? I think we try to go for prime time, like eventually, not now.
Yeah.
So what we can do here is just go Cloudpost pass.
Yep.
And then hold up the crop. And if they try to wasteland us, sure, we can crop in response. If they, because we're baiting out a bunch of spells, right?
Yeah.
And it's turn 4, we're still in 20 life, so we can try to crop rotation our forest and grab because we have a carpet online. I don't think they're ever going to do it with our carpet, not at this rate. So, and they're digging as well, so we can go forest, crop rotation for Cloudpost, untap, play Glimmer Post, gain 3 life, try to Green Suns.
Okay.
Or
so
we could just hold the crop rotation. It's up to you.
Yep.
To get an eye.
They chose to shuffle, which is pretty fantastic. Wasteland's fine.
And I think I'd ever hear you saying that. This is the cat and mouse part where they want to wasteland us. There you go, see?
There's also a thought to just getting Glacial Chasm here. But I think then we go too far down on lands.
Chasm's actually kind of nice because we can use the stage to copy it later. We can take 2 life and I don't think they can deal with it.
Yeah.
But then we lose 2 lands, but we do also have 2 mana from
the carpet. So there's also the consideration to Green Suns for something like Ramanap to keep the lands flowing, which means we don't really need the prime time because I guess, yeah, it's a tough one.
Chasm's actually kind of nice because we have the Glimmer Post in our hand. Do you want to go that line? Or do you want to go with like tap the mana first, and then just crop rotation anyway. And because they didn't play land, oh, they did play them, play the wasteland.
Wasteland,
Sorry.
yeah.
We also could go the depths, but it's I don't know. Let's see if this resolves.
Yeah, I mean, if he gets forced, that's fantastic for us.
Mm-hmm.
They're actually going to brainstorm in response. Okay.
Okay, so they're digging.
Yeah. Do you think Needle is always enough against Wasteland decks? Do you ever think about something like Surgical? Or do you not like the card disadvantage?
No, I can't really. I don't really think about card disadvantage too much in this deck. Do you want to go Chasm or you want to go?
I think I do want to go Chasm over. It's either Chasm or Maze, and I think Chasm's just a little bit better.
Sure. Yeah, let's do it.
But losing the land is the big thing. But
yeah, we have the carpet. It's helping us a little bit. That's fine.
Yeah.
We also can try to. If they didn't counter this, then I guess we can try to go for Excavator.
Hmm. Another Green Suns. That's a pretty nice draw.
That's a good draw.
Make green, play Stage, I guess, right now. And then we can Green Suns for ramming up.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I mean, I believe they would have a Bolt by now. But this doesn't play around Days.
I feel like it's going to resolve. I mean, yeah, see. I feel like it's going to resolve. Yeah, there you go. Awesome. Okay, so now they have to deal with two things here. They have to deal with the Excavator and the Glacial Chasm.
Yeah. Which is kind of nice. I guess it would have been nice to have the time to play Raven Up and get a land back at the same time, but obviously that wasn't going to happen.
Of course, yeah. So do you feel like we go Cloudpost here, and then we use Testament Stage to copy Cloudpost?
We won't... Oh, we will have the mana for it because of the carpet, thankfully, yeah. Yeah, I definitely don't mind that.
Yep. That's true, yeah. Because then eventually we can play Cloudpost.
Yeah.
I feel like they're just cantripping like crazy on main phase, so I feel like they're trying to look for something.
They've gone through 3 Ponders and 2 Brainstorms, which is just insane.
Yeah. Because like the number one rule that I learned from my friend Alex, that is like the best blue player I've ever met, is he said, and most people can attest to this as well, where you should only brainstorm when you have to. You don't brainstorm because you can. You brainstorm when you have to.
I like that a lot. I've definitely been there where you brainstorm and you're like, what am I actually finding? And that's when you know, like, oh, maybe I could have kept this until I actually knew that I had to find, like, maybe an Oko for an artifact or a Bolt for an Insect Elaboration or something.
Yep. And also brainstorms get better with the more cards in your hand. So, like, if you just because of end step, okay, so they found a Bolt.
They're still attacking, which is interesting.
Doesn't do anything. So we get a lot of green mana here. So how much mana are we getting?
3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we're still a little bit off.
No, we have a land drop.
Yes.
3,
4, 5,
4, 5, 6.
6.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yep.
So it doesn't actually matter that we get... I'm just going to go for Misty Pass. I might actually fetch here, just to stop any sort of interactions between my opponent. Because if they want to get rid of the Glacial Chasm, then at least I can copy it with Stage.
I agree.
Or Glimmer Post and copy it with Trigger on the stack is pretty nice.
Mm-hmm.
Just another land for our opponent, so that's going to be fine.
I keep attacking for waste of time. They're on 5 minutes. Yeah, no wasteland, which is good. Now they're in the red zone.
They are fetching. I guess they need the last card from Brainstorm. Okay.
Yeah, they do.
Another Hoot, perhaps?
So yeah, probably Hooting Mandrill. So if they're Hooting Mandrills, means they only have one card in their hand left, which is, and they also played another island, coincidentally enough.
Yep.
It's up to you. Do you want to jam?
I would love to jam. Oh, Dark Depths.
Oh, Dark
Interesting.
Depths.
That's also pretty nice.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is. What a draw. Okay, so let's think about here. We got time. They've got 4 minutes. We have 9 minutes. Is that correct? And this is the game 3, so we can think about this.
It's Titan time because we can play around days.
Okay.
If we play the Glimmer Post, we can play around days.
Okay. How much time do we have? I can't see.
9 minutes.
Okay. Sure. I was sort of just suggesting to think about it, but yeah, if you think we just jam, we jam then.
Especially because the one card, other than like Spell Pierce, it can't really be anything here. And then we can go Cloudpost, Glimmer Post.
Oh, easy. With one card in the hand, they rarely have it. So,
I guess we can quickly see if my opponent has Wasteland, then they have access to attacking with everything. Bolt and Delver definitely get in, which is 6.
Yep.
We can block Hooting Mandrills.
Double Glimmer Post will gain you a bunch of life, and then you play Dark Depths and win.
Double Glimmer is pretty interesting as well.
You're also going to attack with the Prime Time as well.
Yeah, but then I have to sack the Chasm.
Yeah, but you're already attacking with the Merit Leech token by then.
Yeah. I guess it might be better to get Vesuva Glimmer Post.
Yeah, I can see that. Yep.
Does that work the way that I want it to work? That they come in at the same time?
The Suva will target Glimmer Post. Yes, it will. It will work exactly. But let's think about this. We have time.
Yeah.
So if we go Glimmer Post, if we go the double life gain route, how much do we gain? We gain 6 life. So we'll go to 13.
Yep.
And what can they have? They can have Wasteland and then Wasteland and Glacial Chasm. Now, and then they attack with everything. We can block with the Prime Time. The Hooting Mandrills, we take 3, 4, we take 7, 8, and the Bolt is another 3, is 11. So that's why I'm thinking double Glimmer, because I don't want them just to top deck a Wasteland, hit Glacial Chasm, and then attack with everything.
Yeah, that's fair. I guess like the 2 cards that we are most scared about is going to be Wasteland and Submerge. But I think we just can't play around that, because then that's 8, 11, 12, and then the Flashback of Bolt is 16, so... I think it is just double Glimmer. Yeah.
Yeah, Glimmer Vesuva, yep.
Oh, Glimmer, sorry. I should have gone Vesuva. Because at least Glimmer Post comes in untapped, which is irrelevant if I draw it, perhaps.
Yep. So, we got... yeah, they need exactly Submerge and Wasteland. Yeah, and I feel like with one card in the hand, that's like a blue mage's nightmare.
Interesting.
Yeah, just passing. Yeah.
I'm pretty happy to pay for this.
Yep.
Oh, 6. Yeah, okay, that's fine. A little bit scary, but...
It's fine. Oh, that's a bad draw, but okay. Now, I guess they have to get rid of the thing. I was going to say, do we... No, we're worried about Oko. Okay, this is fine.
I always forget that it's cumulative. So, my thought was to Thespian stage it, but I like keeping up the Dark Depths here.
Mm-hmm. Well, someone's saying Bolt kills us, but we can't take damage from Bolt, so...
Oh, of course, this stops Bolt as well.
Yeah.
Prevent all damage that will be dealt to you. Interesting, okay.
Yeah. Stops everything. They have to have Wasteland, that's what I'm saying. But also, we can just use Thespian Stage to copy the Glacial Chasm.
Chasm is a great card. Hey, MTGO Brazil, welcome.
So if they try to like Wasteland and Bolt off whatever, we just copy it.
Yeah.
And then durdle around. I told you, the whole deck is about durdling.
Well, there's the Wasteland, which is fine. Because now we can copy it. I guess they could have Stifle here. They don't.
No, they don't have Stifle. You gotta have confidence, Doug. just like, no, they don't have it. Of course
That's
they
fair.
don't have it.
Which I guess can then turn into Dark Depth, so we kind of like it works out well for us. But we have to make sure we don't die on the backswing.
Yeah, it's true.
Um,
I'm curious as well about this. If we go, like, let's just talk about this line out loud, right? If we untap, let it die. No, untap, trigger on the stack, use Glacial Chasm to copy Dark Depths, make the Dark Depths, attack with Prime Time, get 2 Glimmer Posts to gain life.
I guess we can get Vesuvas.
Yeah, Vesuvas, sorry. Yep. But I don't know, that's just a line. I don't know if you think it's good, but you'd gain 10 life, we'll go to 17, and we'll have a Dark Depth to play.
So we can play the Cloudpost first, which means we'd have access to 4.
It's all an upkeep. It's all an upkeep. Oh wait, you just want to pay 2 life. Yeah, right. We can pay 2 life. Yeah, sorry. You're right. You're right. You're right. You don't have to do it in upkeep. I'm just thinking out loud.
Yeah, so we definitely want to play. My thought was just playing the post before we attacked, because then that's an extra Ludus on the field that counts for the Vesuvas and things. But
no, yeah, right. I was trying to be fancy and do it in upkeep, but you're right. We can pay 2 life. I'm an idiot.
Yeah, but then we're gonna have to do it anyway, because we're gonna have to get rid of it. Yeah.
Sorry.
So we can
I'm too excited. Yeah, just pay the life.
Is there any reason to? It makes us go to 5, and if we're going to turn it into a Thespian stage anyway, or a Dark Depth, then it does put us out of double bolt range.
So this is what I was talking about now. Do we do it now, or do we do it in the main phase to play the Cloudpost?
I think we just do it now, because it means we don't play the 2 life, we don't go to 5, which means that bolt isn't a win.
Gotcha. Yeah. Gotcha, yeah.
And now
but this also, yep, that makes sense, yep. So this is what I was saying out loud as well. I was saying, like, is the mass worth it here?
Pay 0 life for Dark Depths? No. Oh, another Green Suns. Wow, wow. Okay. Well, that's pretty strong. Awesome. So
you just want to go hard?
Cloudpost.
Casting big spells.
I guess we can do that post-combat, because if we...
No, we have
there's no Cloudpost. Yeah, sorry.
We already cop it.
Yeah, my bad.
But I'm just saying, just jam.
I guess I could have to play around our days.
True. But the lands will come in tapped, but yeah. If they daze it, they daze it. Sure, we're going to stack with our Prime Time anyway.
Yeah, hopefully it doesn't come up.
Yeah. Because like the lands will come in tapped, so...
Yes, but I did have the Cloudpost open, which means that it could have tapped for more post-combat.
No, you played it tapped, remember?
I did, sorry, yeah. So Vesuva and Glimmer? Or Vesuva?
Vesuva, it's fine.
Nice. Okay.
I think we gain 12 life instead, right?
Yes.
12 life. Gaining life in Legacy is hilarious. They're also on the clock. They're on the ropes as well with their clock.
Yeah, I guess we're getting pretty close as well, but...
we're fine. When are you
gonna try out Amulet of Vigor?
I've actually tried it, but it's kind of wonky. I mean, it's kind of nice with the Vesuva and Cloudpost, but I sometimes I go from 4 to like 1. But yeah.
Do you or chat know of any other cards that allow you to put in lands that untap straight away? Is there another Amulet effect?
Animalist. There's where it's green and X, where you can like reveal top cards of your library equal to X, and then you're able to put lands untapped in if you have 2 sorceries in your graveyard.
Okay. Interesting that they're brainstorming, because the Ponder does dig to 4 cards instead of just 3, because you can look at 3 then shuffle for 1. So I'm not too sure what they're looking for.
Submerge.
Yeah.
Guess we blocked the
They did attack with the Delver as well, so they're saying that we might have another out for the Lage.
Yeah, I don't think this type of deck plays Caracas, does it?
I have seen it in some lists in the sideboard. I just hope it's not here. We get to take out our Hooting Mandrills. I think that's better than taking out the Arcanist.
I agree.
Because if they have it submerged, then we still probably have the Primeval Titan around for something like Machuca Bog if we really need it.
I think they're dead, man.
That's what you always say about Delver, but they come back sometimes.
They also can Elk your Merit Lage as well.
Yeah, they're also down to 20 seconds, which is pretty big.
Yep. I mean, they fought a hard fight.
Yeah, 15. Oh, did you see the clock go up and down? Yeah. Nice. Okay.
Nice.
That's pretty sweet. It's
right.
nice that we kind of lost the first one and then just, learn from some of our mistakes.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go to the bathroom real quick.
Go ahead.
I'll be back in a sec.
How's it going, everyone? Hope everyone's having a nice, lovely Saturday night, wherever you are tuning in from, Sunday morning from Australia. Doing pretty well. We lost round 1 against Rog Delver, and then we was Grixis Delver, and then we was Rug Delver again in round 4.
Nice.
Lots of Delvers.
Yeah, a lot of Delver. I'm actually surprised as well. We've done pretty well for time in each match because Cloudpost can be a pretty grindy match, and especially when you have two people discussing lines, it can feed up. But we've done pretty well.
Yeah, I think obviously your expertise there of just knowing the format of Legacy really well with the opponents playing their decks. It's also just hilarious that we've first Delver 3 times. But yeah, I just know how to sideboard against those.
Yeah, it's cool to change things up as well. Like Chad obviously had a line of maybe taking out the Reclaimers, and that kind of worked out as well, which is cool. So it's always nice to get different ideas and try them out, because there isn't just one way to do something in Magic. That's what makes it the best game around.
Yeah, and so one thing I noticed that I apply to my paper playing experience as well was that if you feel the feeling that the opponent is playing not optimally, you can sort of cast that judge of experience on them and going let's think about this. How tilted were they by how I won in game 1 or game 2? I won, and try to assume if they're going to sideboard against that. Were they really tilted by the Reclaimer? Does that mean they're going to bring in lots of removal to deal with the Reclaimer? Do I take the Reclaimers out? Do you know what I mean? Sometimes I've actually taken out, for example, I'll take out Blood Moons if I'm playing the Blood Moon deck, even though my whole deck is about Blood Moons, because they get so asphyxiated by losing to a Blood Moon.
Yeah, very true. And even little things against a deck like Eldrazi, I wonder if they bring in cards like Spectral Contortion just to deal with Elvish Reclaimer, which is interesting in its own part. I'm not too sure why a lot of Eldrazi decks have moved towards Spectral Contortion over Dismember, and I'm not sure if it's because of just the life loss against a deck like Delver they can't handle. They'd much rather just use something like Spectral Contortion, which can still deal with Dreadhorde Arcanist.
100%. It is. Delver's just too fast. If you don't resolve a Chalice, which we play a lot of Ancient Tombs, you just die to damage, right? And the number one enemy of Eldrazi is flying creatures.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Um, we're on the draw.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yep.
Hmm. I mean, there's a lot of one drops here, which is kind of nice. We have
Yeah.
Organ Blister to follow up. We can sack the Caracas. What do you think?
I don't mind it. It doesn't have ramp in like Cloudpost as the actual card, but I think it has enough ways to get there, which I don't mind. Um, it has some nice interaction in Caracas and Ballista. It has like 2 ways to get rid of cards in Crop Rotation and Reclaim to get towards Cloudpost, so I think it's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, normally you want like average 3 lands, but yeah, this is fine. I think we're okay to go Misty Pass, or we could go Misty Reclaimer. Depends on what the opponent does.
Yeah.
Delver.
I kind of hope not. I hope it's something a little bit fringe. And snow-covered forest means this is going to be snow, so this is pretty
it's
nice.
really good. Jammer Reclaimer, quick.
Okay.
You have 2 of them. Go. Go grab yourself a forest. Yep. Yeah, because if this is an Astrolabe deck, then yeah, 100%. Hopefully we can get you a 4-1 here, mate. We can feed the kids, and they can also have dessert.
You like Reclaimer over map?
I do, because they have to deal with it.
Yeah.
You have 2 of them. That's even better reason.
Yeah. And I guess if their out is like Swords to Plowshares, then that's 1 less swords going at the prime time, which is kind of nice.
Yeah. I think like the way I always see it is that if they swords it up, if they untap and swords it, cool. They use the removal spell, which is a good point. That it takes it away from prime time. But if they don't, exponentially, Reclaimer just gets better and better.
Yeah.
Just like over time, just gets better each turn that it's alive.
Library. Okay, that's pretty strong.
This is probably just banned or like blue green. Yeah, it's probably just banned. Control like Snowko or something.
I think our best draw is just another forest, which we can throw away. I guess the Caracas doesn't have too much play here either, but
yeah, I agree.
just Caracas past and hold up Reclaimer.
And step. Yep, that's it. And step, go grab yourself a Cloud Doozles. Because they don't, I mean, this sort of looks like mono green, basically. It also looks like green-white Reclaimer
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, it could be a lot of decks
So
so
you
far.
could be doing anything. Yeah, you could be getting a Flagstone for, if I know. I was hoping if we draw a land, obviously we're going to stack end step, but if you draw a land, there's also a line where you just go map go.
Yeah, okay. Are we just trading the Caracas away for Cloudpost?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You really, really want to land. That's the thing.
Yeah, definitely.
So, it's interesting that they didn't pay. If I was them, I would have just paid 8 life. Like,
Yeah.
with the library.
I guess if they think
Or
they're on a
have-
Dark Depths deck, they might want to try to stay around the 20, 21 life to see if they can actually, survive a hit.
Sure.
Oko's pretty good.
Okay. They're probably going to try to elk it here. Let's see.
Yeah. So pretty happy here to just trade away the Caracas.
I really wish we had another land.
Yeah.
Because we could, like, just try to go crazy. But yeah, they're a blue deck, so this is probably Snowko. Well, we have a 3/3 down, which is nice. Guess we can attack Oko. Why this happens? What do you think? Do you like going Reclaimer and then map pass, or do you like going map pass and hold up for reputation?
I'm kind of thinking once upon a time, find a land, play a 1-drop.
Okay, that's a fair point. Yeah,
Just
go
to hit
ahead.
that, just
'Cause
to
we're
hit our
all
land
1-drops,
drops.
Yeah. I'm so used to casting the end step, but yeah, good point.
Nice. And Glimmerpost is pretty nice here.
Yeah, good.
Cavern's also interesting, but I think just because Glimmer turns on the Cloudpost next turn, and we can find the Cloudpost through the map or the Cavern if we really need it.
100%. I think we can jam out this map as well. We've got 2 of them there. It's fine. If they want to elk it, then we're going to kill Oko.
Yeah, very
This
true.
is a really good matchup for you.
Unless they go Oko, Tick Up, and then Dead of Winter. It's probably the worst case, but that's probably fine, because then we untap with 2, 3, 4 mana.
That's true. Yeah, that's a good line about the once upon a time, because making your land drops every turn is super important, and that was a good idea. So
Hey, Mighty
let's
Penguin.
see.
Thank you very much.
Oh, okay, Underground's interesting. Is that because of Dead of Winter?
I'm not sure. Maybe just wanting a black source that they can fetch off a jewel.
It
Yeah.
could be 4-color.
It could just be so they can find a black source off these fetch lands that isn't a basic. But with Astrolabe, they usually have one. Maybe Jack can say, yeah, C is pretty common. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
it could be 4-color control, just playing Drown, or just even just having a C in general.
There's no shuffle.
Because of Plague Engineer, maybe?
Leave is not too bad.
Okay, I'm fine with that. Yeah, so they're looking to grind now. If they're playing a Leave Vault, it's probably the Green Sun control deck.
Stage is interesting because it means we have Dark Depths online. I think first things first is just attacking the Oko.
Yep, attack the Oko. The other interesting line here is that we just go activate Cloudpost, activate map, grab Cavern Souls, play Cavern Souls, name Giant, and then play another map, pass.
Interesting.
How big do you want to go, Dukes?
Yeah, I guess the other line is Ballista, kill the Oko, and allow them to draw a card off Thalia Vault.
True. You also can still get to Cavern, because I really want to jam Prototype, but that's just me. What do you want to do?
Yeah, okay, so we can use 2 mana for Cavern, play Cavern, name Giant, or we can play the stage and play the other map, and then we can also use Cloudpost to play the Ballista for 1.
Yep, I agree. I think we should kill Oko, but yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, do this as bait first. That's the point. It's so suspicious. Like, why would you play this for 1? Obviously to kill the Oko, but let's see if they counted this. Oh, they don't. All right, go ahead.
I think a random card is worse than Oko on the field.
Oh, 100%, 100%.
And I probably just like... What do you think about...
Oh, do you want to... Oh, yeah, just playing stage and copying the Cloudpost, right?
That is a play. My other play was hold up map and play Reclaimer.
Oh, that's also a play as well.
Because we're really just want to get to prime time next turn. So that kind of allows me to... Yeah, I don't mind that.
Yeah, I mean, the other line is we copy stage, copy Cloudpost, end of... Just keep going, that's fine. We copy Cloudpost, end of turn, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we untap and just go get Eye.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. That's really nice.
And just like destroy everything.
It is really nice being at 21 life on turn 5, I will say that.
Yeah, man. Oh, you also can get Dark Depths as well. There's so many lines. This is what I'm saying. This deck is so patient. We can also get Dark Depths if we want.
Because I don't expect my opponent to have like a main deck back to basics, especially with these dual lands in play, which is nice.
Yeah. I've faced so many blue decks in my life. Like I don't brainstorm that often. I know it's addictive for certain players, but like I just know when when people are desperate, and this is what I feel like. They're trying to find an answer for this.
Yeah, especially the fetch first, then brainstorm. I assume they might have known some cards from the Ponder, and they might have wanted to draw 1 card from the Ponder or 2 with their draw step, and then fetch away the last one. But yeah, interesting to say.
I just feel like our opponent should be paying life, to be honest, man.
Yeah, definitely. I think you can be aggressive with Sylvan Library against this matchup.
Yep.
Oh, the new cards from the library. There we go. That makes sense. All right.
All right. So what's the line here? Are you gonna go Cavern?
Yeah, I really like Cavern.
You're just like forcing the answer.
Okay. Cavern Giant into double Cloudpost.
Not double Cloudpost. I think we go. Yeah, keep going. You think? We go Ivugan. Ivugan and Cloudpost.
Do we want to attack first or not? I don't really want to throw these away to like an Ice Fang, so I'd probably rather just...
Yeah. Also, we can block the Leave Vault. That's always a thing.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, yes, they could Dead of Winter. I actually got blown out by Toxic Deluge the other day. I was like, what? Who plays this card?
So if we get double post, then these tap for 4, which means we can definitely cast Emrakul next turn. If we get post and eye, we can tap for 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that doesn't do it. So I think it might just be...
No. Think about this. If we go post and eye, right, it gives us insurance to get bigger creatures later. I know that Emrakul's probably the biggest one. Okay, you're right.
We also have the map, which is nice.
Yeah. Okay, good. Yeah, I forgot about the map. Yeah, and also Emrakul's in our hand. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can attack it now, I guess.
I definitely could attack,
no.
but
actually, we don't know.
We'll see if they have Ice Fang.
We have an Emrakul. I think we're good.
Hopefully. Swords. Okay.
That's fine.
I hate Astrolabe as well because it's such an easy card to throw away to a Emrakul trigger. I guess there's some reason to attack so that Emrakul is definitely lethal and not just, you know, they can create some food or something.
Yeah, they played a land. They didn't play a Caracas. I think we're good. They're digging. They don't know we have this Emrakul in our hand, and it's uncounterable.
I've actually never hardcast an Emrakul, so that's pretty nice.
Oh, really?
Yeah, never.
Wow. Welcome to the club.
Thank you. Hopefully. I mean, you know, like, Thoughtseize would be kind of annoying. But I guess we could maybe even... we can't... I thought we could maybe crop for Eye and then cast Emrakul the same turn, but we're pretty far away from that.
We have 2 ways. Like, we're on 24 life. So if they Thoughtseize us, they take Emrakul. We have 2 ways to go and get an Ivogan. So we're good. We're all gravy here. They can't even put pressure on us.
They're really
because
digging.
of our 3/3 elk.
The only card I can think of is some sort of sack effect. Like if we trade the Emrakul for the Leovold, maybe they can get us with a sack effect. But
yeah, we don't need to block it. We're on 25. Yeah, good point.
yeah, exactly. Uro's fine here as well because we can get Bog.
Oh yeah. Oh, interesting. Okay. So I mean, this is the same. This is the same dilemma of.
But this is fine because we cast this, we get an extra turn, and then if they return it, then we just cast it again.
Yep, it's the same dilemma of show and tell, where you where they Caracas it, you just play it again. All right, let's go hard. Let's go ahead and play it. Yeah, put on the Cloudpost, jam, Mama, and then win the game, I guess.
I think yeah, Jack is also saying that we can actually copy with Cloudpost, and it's free because it'll tap.
Oh yeah, good point.
For extra mana.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Nice, because he's tapped for 5 now, I think.
Yep. We also could use it to copy Caracas.
Classic.
Yeah, if you want to do it later, you can use it to copy Caracas to have infinity turns but never attack.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's very interesting. Play map.
Why not? Oh, do you want to?
We might as well fetch now.
Might as well.
For
yeah.
I.
Yep.
Nice. Hey Damo, welcome. And then we can definitely attack.
Yep. Oh, so you popped your cherry. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Against the blue deck as well, it feels so good.
I think I was gonna say playing the eye is just adding salt to the wound. All right. You got it, buddy. Click your faces here.
So we currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they tap for 6. We have 24. I think I can just do this now.
You're going really hard, aren't you?
Post. Alright, so now one of these taps for I, which is nice.
You're crazy, man.
Get... Ooh, probably Ulamog. Emrakul.
You just want to cast all the
Nice.
Titans, don't you?
Could make Lage, that'd be interesting. Opponent also allowing us to play this... Oh, okay, there we go. Nice. Carpet to the main card. Is there any thought to Force of Vigor, or is just Rexage the card that we like?
No, you want to watch out for back to basics.
Of course. Yep.
I like bringing in 2 Carpet's good, but it's not amazing.
Okay.
But yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
So I think
Especially
2
seeing
and
all their
2 is
basics.
good.
Yeah. And then the same sort of transitioning, so maybe like 1 Eldrazi.
No, the Eldrazi are amazing in this matchup, but that's the thing. So I'm trying to.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So Glacial Chasm can come out.
Yep.
Because you have so many lands. A Maze of Ith can come out. 'Cause the lands can be flexed. I know you're not used to taking lands out, but because we
Yeah.
have so many lands and we have so many ways to fetch lands, it's okay.
Yeah, and against the main threat like Uro, Maze doesn't really do anything other than buy you some time. The gain 3 and draw card is where you really want to stop them. Ramanap's a pretty good one that we can take out.
Yeah, running up's pretty bad. And
Maybe just like 1 Needle.
it's also yeah, you take a needle out because we're not worried about wasteland. We're just worried about Oko. But if they're gonna Oko our stuff, we're just gonna keep jamming. So
Yeah.
yeah, as you can see, the shift weight from Delver to this, you can like, I'll be honest, like I don't like. I think you could do this like on a casual sort of vibe of this matchup because it's so winnable.
Pretty happy to mold this. We do get a draw into a land and then once.
I would mold this.
Yeah. Yeah, a little bit better. Probably just dropping the Kozilek and keeping the prime time.
Yep.
Nice. This is what Magic is about. This is really nice.
Are you getting hooked, mate? You getting that feeling? Oh, Cloudpost.
No Time 1 play is pretty nice. Hey, FP Pauls.
Hey there. Sexy Elvish Reclaimer. Okay, so we didn't care about days. I guess we can. Let's. Do you feel like we want to once first, or?
I think I will definitely once because I'm definitely casting a spell here.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not sure what I want to play. Only depths. Okay.
I always have to think about stuff like Spell Pierce, but I don't, or Flusterstorm. I don't see people play those cards anymore. So Spell Pierce or Fluster. Fluster's only in like Storm, right? Go ahead and jam the Reclaimer.
Yeah, I think that's better.
And yeah, so to the like theory I was saying to you before, like I know sometimes you're worried about like sword stuff, but like that's the thing, they have to deal with it. It's sort of playing Deathrite Shaman turn 1. Like it's like you play it because it's powerful, and if they don't deal with it, it just gets better every turn.
Yeah. Brainstorm's fine. This deck needs more flagstones. I do really like the green white build of Reclaimer decks in Legacy Seed as well.
Yeah, I remember playing that at PAX, and it was super fun. I had put it in a Urion show, and I was just like, Reclaimer in every format.
That's cool. Hey, France, how do you like green white in Modern at the moment? I haven't tried it again, but I definitely will get there. I think we just go Cavern on Giant, play Map, and play Reclaimer.
I agree.
Cool. Green white is
Here's
good.
a good. Yeah, just do this. Keep going. Here's a good point as well. If you play both these, right, and let's say they kill the Reclaimer again, I don't know what they do. You can fetch. You can crack the map, fetch stage, and scare them that way.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
Because the good thing about having the map here is that you don't have to sack a land.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, Amulet in Modern is very interesting. Do you play? Is there like a Karn build of Amulet and then a non-Karn build, or how do you kind of build the Amulet deck right now? I also see a lot of people have very strong opinions on the 0/3 Sloth that puts a land into play, and if you should play it or not. I think I've seen some actual like some pretty funny comments about it. It's interesting as well that they have actually started out on 3 jewels, which means that Back to Basics is going to be pretty tough for them as well. So,
oh, they named Titan. Wow,
that's fine.
Okay.
I think we just go for map into.
Yep. Yeah, just map into what do you call it? To stage.
Yep.
And pass. Oh, you know what we could have. Oh, okay, that's fine. We could have attacked and see if they block and then shoot it. No,
I was thinking that, but I was like, no way, no way.
No way. Yep.
Oh, that's
man,
true. The Sloth has a
printed. I'm so happy for that card ever.
Yeah. Yeah, Hammer Time looks interesting because it actually looks kind of consistent for what I would call a combo deck. It looks like it has a lot of early kills quite consistently. Thank you.
So see how like
Look at that, a partner that brings me
they
coffee.
brought in the meddling mage because they're scared of the prime time, so it's kind of funny.
Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting. That kind of makes me feel like they don't have an answer to a big card like another Swords. But maybe they just don't want the ETB of it.
The cavern tilted him last turn. You know what I mean? He played a cavern and then jammed the prime time, and it completely swung the game. So that's why they tilted.
Can we play? Oh,
mage.
1, 2, 3. Oh, so close to hard casting. Oh, we can't because of the what about carpet into Walking Ballista?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
because you can, I know that we can win, but also we're worried about souls and stuff. So I think getting this in play is really important. There we go. I also don't think we needed to play Dark Depths then, but
we didn't. No, definitely not. But all good, all good. Let's tap this.
Oh, it makes sense why they named Primetime because you played Cavern.
Okay, yeah, that's very true.
Yeah, but still, I think we have multiple lines here.
Having the Ballista here as an out is really nice.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of
played
need
in all formats. It's legal. Such a good card. I didn't spec on this card, but I bought like four Legacy, four for Modern, and like I don't like to buy a lot of cards and try to resell them. That's not the kind of thing I do.
Yep.
But Walking Ballista, I was like, this is an insane card. It works in colorless, and I can scale it up and down in all the decks I play. And it turns out it was like really good because back when it first printed, everyone overlooked it and said it's like like a $1 or $2 card.
Yeah, that's very cool. I like that a lot. I think here we just be a little bit patient with this Ballista. Because if I can get it to 3 mana, I'd be very happy. So I'm happy just to take this 2.
Yeah. Look at patience, man. Patience the deck.
They haven't played a land either.
They don't want to give you islands.
Yeah, they play Caracas. Okay, that's fine. Needle. Okay. Needle on Caracas is really nice because it does turn off So 3... Maybe we do just go for Primetime here. It makes the most sense. We don't really care about the Ice Fang, so...
I agree. And it's just... You have the Ivig in your hand, so it's exponentially just going to get bigger. I know that you literally have Dark Depths combo right there, and they're probably waiting... Oh, I mean, the Caracas deals with Dark Depths. So that's the thing that you can name Planting Needle later.
Why would anyone not cast a Titan? Yeah, we came to our senses, FP. What do you think of Post and Post?
Yep. They just can't beat it.
And then just pass. We can't play the Needle yet, but we can get there.
Yeah, that carpet definitely sealed the deal with this game, I reckon. So they're trying to find a swords here, basically.
Yeah, it's tough because Back to Basics is probably their only out, but they have such a rough mana base to draw into from the start that it would be pretty tough for them as well. Yeah. Ban Carpet?
If they go back to
Come on, Jack.
that's the thing, Carpet gives us mana, we just attack with Prime Time and go get 2 Forest.
Yeah. They do get a free attack here. Then under 3 cards. They play a Misty.
Highly doubt they're getting a basic Forest. Because they have so much...
Ground Seal. That's interesting.
Because of Reclaimer. Oh, wait, that doesn't affect Reclaimer.
No. It doesn't even stop Ramanap? I'm not too sure what they would have thought about to bring this in against. Unless there was just not enough cards to bring in. So they just have this as a card that cycles, at least.
Maybe.
Yeah. Because it doesn't stop, like, Kozilek, does it? Speaking of.
There you go. So we needle... I think we can needle the Caracas and cast Kozilek.
The question is, do we care about Caracas? Or do we name Oko so it's not an out to just dealing with the Kozilek? Because we can just keep replaying this.
That's true, but we also care about Caracas because if we make Dark Depths and win the game, and later, we don't want them to Caracas Dark Depths.
I think because of our mana and the eye, we can win 3 Emrakul.
True. It's up to you, man. I think we're.
I guess we'll see.
One there,
We
so
can
it's
see
up
what we
to you.
draw with the Kozilek first as well.
Are you sure you don't want to activate stage to make more manas?
Stage would take 2 mana to activate.
It's net even, isn't it?
It's net even, yeah. So I guess I might want to keep the mana up in case we draw into like another Reclaimer or something else, like a Green Suns.
Yep. See what we draw.
I can see why this deck is pretty well positioned against Snow. Oh, we drew the Ulamog
Exactly.
as well. Nice.
Drew an Ulamog. Come on.
I think we do just go for Neil on
Yep.
on
Oh,
Oko.
hold on. Oh, okay. I was gonna get you to play that off the stage.
Of
so
course,
we
yeah,
could-
that makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Apologies.
Yep.
That's just,
Snowko.
I mean, they do have a clock in play, so
I mean, if they did play Oko, to be honest, and they elked it, you can just Ulamog it. It's no big deal.
yeah, very true. I mean, Ulamog on the nice.
Yeah, it's kind of nice. Yeah, I'm curious to Crowns. Maybe it's just a cantrip for them.
Yeah, I assume it is. And yeah, at least holding up Forest there would have been great because it means we can end step go for Cloudpost, it untaps, and then we could just get an extra 4 mana at least with the Vesuva.
More islands for the Cabal. No, I'm just joking. I don't know what the Eldrazi Legion's called. Is there a name for the Eldrazi Legion?
I'm not sure. Hey Bubba, thanks for the follow. Hope you're well. Let me know if you play Legacy, and if you play, what do you play? Have you ever wanted something like a Ghost Quarter in the 75 as a crop target? Or you just don't usually care about opposing stuff?
No, I don't care. No, we hate Wasteland. No, actually, so what Tony's been doing is he plays one Wasteland aside because the Mirror and Dark Depths. Dark Depths is tricky, right? You have a million ways to fetch stuff, but it's like, you have to play around Dark Depths, Turbo Depths being really fast. So you can like fetch the Wasteland, but also the Mirror is like super scary because as the deck gets more and more popular, you just have to try to just whoever gets to be on the play first basically wins.
Yeah, that's very true.
So the Wasteland sort of changes everything.
Yeah, there it is. So
Yeah,
nice
we
to get
fed the
full one.
kids.
Yeah, very cool. That was probably one of the funnest leagues I've had. Primetime is obviously exceptionally powerful, but just having the Eldrazi as well that you can naturally cast on as early as turn 5 or 6 is pretty cool. So
Like I said, man, the deck basically does the same thing every game. So as long as you know your sequencing, it's amazing. It's a fun deck.
Yeah, I think one thing I learned early on was just being a little bit more patient with when you want to crop, and if you can play around days, just take the extra turn to play a forest or play the extra land.
Yep.
But even the crop and reclaimer package felt really nice. All of these cards came into consideration at least once, which is cool. Yeah, hashtag
to become an expert at this deck, you really need, not you, but just in general, anyone that wants to play this deck, learning the ins and outs of when to get Glacial Chasm and when not to get it, and how to get it, and why to get it is the biggest deal. Because the deck itself is very fragile on its lands and it relies on Pithing Needle to name Wasteland, but then Glacial Chasm is the other way to be less fragile.
I think, the biggest appeal for this deck as well for me is just the sideboard. It's just so nice. It's so clean. What you're bringing in against the decks where you actually need to bring things in. Which is really
we hate
nice.
combo. And we hate Delver, as you can see. So Force of Vigors to deal with the prison combo decks. Carpets to deal with Delver. Mind Breaks to deal with combo. And Surgical. Because we have Bog in the main deck and we have Vesuvas, graveyard decks are not a big deal to us at all. We go Bog, Vesuva, or Reclaimer, which is Bog, and it just destroys graveyard decks. So we don't care about it.
Yeah, which is really nice. And Roman App obviously gives you some pretty nice plays as well of things like sack your Bojuka Bog to crop rotation, and then play Bojuka Bog again from the graveyard to get an extra attack, an extra ETB, which is nice. Or something like, Karakas, their first legendary creature, sack it to crop, get it back. Karakas, their other legendary creature.
So one thing have you noticed about this deck is that nearly everything in the deck is about searching, right? Map, Reclaimer, Crop, Prime Time, Green Suns, right? Yeah. That's why it's so consistent. So one card that scared us so much is Opposition Agent.
Yeah.
We were just like, if this card becomes the real deal, our deck is like really bad.
Especially for the decks that have a tough matchup against it, Opposition Agent seems really good. I guess I as well. So you nearly do have more cards that are close. Yeah, 24. That's pretty nuts.
Everything, it's consistency. Cool. It's sort of like Tron as well. Tron has map and Ancient Stirrings and Modern, where they basically nearly all the cards do the same thing. So this is on the same axis.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's a big advantage of Maverick as well, as having creatures searchable by Green Suns and lands searchable by Night, which is pretty cool. Mm-hmm. But yeah, Lee, where can chat find you if they wanted to find you?
Oh, definitely, yeah. So I can be found by my Twitter. So twitter.com/Mr. Lee. I also can be found on Twitch. TV/1Mr. Lee. I also can be found on my YouTube channel. I've been trying to edit videos lately, so youtube.com/Mr. Lee. There's no one there because I actually had the Mr. Lee alias a long time ago. And I have got Mr. Lee username. So my YouTube channel is literally just Mr. Lee.
Nice.
So I'm quite
That's
proud.
Cool. That's sick. A huge thank you for coming on. This was a really fun league, and it was really nice to finish it off at a 4-1. That's pretty nice as well. But had some nice.
I know that you play a lot of fair decks, which is great. You're representing who you are, but Cloudpost is just fun. It's just fun.
It really is. You get a lot of time to think about each turn as well, which is kind of nice.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. But yeah, I mean, we had some really cool plays. We got a hard cast in Emrakul. I've never done that. We got to get a turn to Dark Depths win through a Blood Moon and Chalice, which is pretty sweet. Yeah, this deck has a lot of cool little interactions, which is nice. But yeah, I'm going to send you guys over to the Legacy Pit, who I believe we're playing. But a huge thank you once again to everyone who came in and watched. If you want to find me, you can find me on Twitter here. You can find me on YouTube here. And of course, the Green Sun Zenith. I do have some new content coming out next week, which is cool. I got some guys who, or some players within the Punishing Maverick community to put together a piece on why they think Punishing Maverick is pretty good right now. So that should be pretty good. And also a versus series with Rich Cali against Rogue Delver, which should be pretty cool. So looking forward to that. But yeah, Lee, thank you once again. We will see you guys soon.
Oh, thanks for inviting me. I appreciate it. It was great.
You're welcome.
I'll be streaming tomorrow if that helps. So
yeah,
I'll be
cool.
on at 2 o'clock tomorrow.
Okay, nice. 2 o'clock. What time is that?
Pacific Standard Time.
Cool. Nice.
So Seattle,
all right.
LA time.
Nice. All right. We'll see you then.
Yeah, bye.